The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
We have to go back!
I'm Steve.
What a wonderful day!
So, I don't know how this happened. I don't know how, but you know what? I'm happy Final Destination made $51 million. You wouldn't think that they would make as much money as it did, but it did. Was it because of the wait? Was it because it took so damn long to make another one? I don't know, but maybe, I don't know. And those reviews certainly helped too. It's like the highest, it's the best review one in the entire franchise, which is not saying much because technically a lot of them did not receive very good reviews.
Yeah, only 5 and 6 only got fresh on RT. So.
Yeah, and then even the first one, which I consider to be the best one, got a rotten on Rotten. I don't know, it's probably not as bad as the fucking 4, but
yeah, no, I think technically it's like second lowest, which is weird to me for the first one.
Why is it second lowest? I mean, come come on with this. Final Destination 2. I mean, that movie I put right in the middle got better reviews. How is that even?
I think I'm not. I was scrolling on Instagram and like somebody had posted something showing the tomato meter for each one.
But yeah, I'm glad it made a lot of money. But here's the thing: this weekend's gonna be big. Have we ever come up with a nickname for this weekend in terms of these two movies? Have we come up with a Barbenheimer type of nickname for it yet, or is it just like not existent in terms of what they're gonna call it?
I haven't heard a nickname for it.
I mean, I'm not talking about your creative nickname. Did anybody else come up with a nickname? Like, is the industry, did it give it a name yet? Because frankly, both of these movies, we don't. I've heard, I actually came up, I thought it was the Final Stitching once before. I thought it was actually the Final Stitching.
The Final Stitching?
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. That's what I thought. But yeah, Memorial Day weekend. It's probably going to be the biggest Memorial Day weekend in terms of movies of all ever. Memorial Day weekend has been a fucking dead zone for years. And now Memorial Day is going to come back in full force this weekend with Lilo and Stitch and Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. I mean, I can't wait. I mean, I do believe Lilo and Stitch will make more money. I do believe that. I just want Mission Impossible to do well, considering it's the last one. And hopefully they maintain that it's the last one, because frankly, I don't want the corner. I'll say, oh, too bad, too late. Even though we're called the Final Reckoning, we're going to make a 9. I'm just like...
Well, considering it's $400 million, considering the budget is $400 million, there's just no way it's going to break even.
You still don't think it's going to break even?
No.
I mean,
thankfully,
I know yeah.
Oh, no. Well, go ahead and finish what you were going to say, and then I'll...
To me, I feel like, yes, Mission Impossible movies never break the $1 billion mark. They just never do. But Tom Cruise puts people's asses in the seats. I mean, he was in New York the other day in Lincoln Center 13, one of my personal favorite theaters. And he was like in the theater, Tom Cruise in the theater, like in an early screening, chatting with everybody. And apparently he's like asking people if they got like the big popcorn bucket that they're promoting with this movie. And finally,
apparently it wasn't enough.
I'll be going on the computer, man. I'm just on my phone right now. No, my girl and I were watching the new or Final Destination 5 because she hadn't seen it. So I left her. We got to the acupuncture scene. So
I haven't even watched it yet. All you guys are fucking trying to ruin this shit for me.
Wait, you haven't seen part 5?
Oh, part 5. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm sorry. I thought it was Bloodlines. I'm sorry. I have seen 5. I
No,
have
why
seen
would I?
5.
Yeah, why would I spoil? Like, I think I always spoiled it in one stream I was in, but that was only because someone else brought it up. I was like, well, since you brought it up, I'll talk about it. But yeah, I don't spoil anything unless somebody else spoils it in the stream.
But yeah, Final Destination 5, the one that has too much CGI in it. I still think people say, oh, it's practical. No, it has too much CGI. Way
Still
too much.
prefer it over well, I'll get to
It's
my
better than
ranking
4.
later.
It's better than 4. Don't get me wrong. But you'll never
And
get
yes,
to
Jose,
the end
I
of it.
did see.
Oh hell no, hell no.
And yes, Jose, I did see the trailer for Zootopia 2.
I don't care about that. I want to talk about Jurassic World Rebirth. I want to talk about that trailer that came out today.
I
Shockingly,
haven't watched it.
the second trailer was better than the first because the first.
Have we
trailer
already talked about the box office yet?
I was in the middle of talking about it when you were came in. You know, I was talking about how Tom Cruise came to New York and one of the theater I saw Dune in, and he was talking to people, and it's an early screening, and Tom Cruise is really going to all these different parts of the country who are showing the movie to promote the movie, if that makes any sense. I still believe Lilo and Stitch will make the more money.
It will.
That's gonna make
Well,
money.
hell, even Final Destination did really well. It made what
$51 million, and that's just the United States.
Yeah, it made 104 or something altogether worldwide.
That's pretty damn good. That's pretty damn good. I mean, they made like what 10 times their. But I don't think this movie cost that much to make. I'm gonna say minimum 30 million. So they probably made like 3 times their
At
budget
most
back
50
on.
million.
Huh?
At most 50 million. Let me check real quick.
I don't think this movie would cost that much. I don't think it cost 50 fucking million.
50 million budget. I looked at Wikipedia.
50?
Yeah,
Well,
5.
it already made it. It's already broke.
It's already broke even. It's already broke even, and that's just week 1. So,
hey, let's give a round. Like, I know, David.
Jesus Christ, what is? Everybody's getting
Sorry.
sick all over. My sisters got fucking sick, and they kept coughing last week, and now I'm here.
No, it's because of the cigarette. But my point is, though, is that let's give a round of applause to Warner Brothers because they basically have had the last 3 big tentpole movies overperform. Like Sinners has made money.
No, we are not talking about that again.
And Final Destination.
Minecraft has made money, and then Final Destination, yeah. So let's give a round of applause. Hold on a sec. Let's give a round of applause to Warner Brothers and David Zaslav for.
I'm not giving him any fucking applause, even if Sinners is really good. I haven't seen it yet, but no.
Chicken Jockey.
I am not going to go in a fucking
The less
rant
we
mode.
say about that, the better.
Okay. I want.
So yeah, that was a great moment with Final Destination, Chicken Jockey, and Sinners, and all that good stuff. Victor, your mic's muted.
Hey, look, Vic's doing an impression of Jude.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
The artist.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Now you're doing an impression of Dopey from the original Snow White.
Victor, you're muted.
Now you're doing an impression of Jason Voorhees. Michael Myers.
All right.
Wow, this show got a lot better. Beautiful. Anyway, so
now
Yeah,
you
David-
can
David Zaslav stole his
chicken
voice.
jockey as much as you want.
Stole his voice.
After she gave up her fins.
But yeah, so very happy about that. I'll give my thoughts. I have a big segment I talked about earlier in the group chats, but I do have
He's doing a version. Oh.
Yeah, let's talk about that. The only person I feel bad for, I feel bad for Jenna Ortega.
Yeah, at least she's
I
got
won't
till
see that
Wednesday.
movie in the theaters, but I am interested enough to at least one day see that movie.
Okay, so it wasn't Jason who muted him.
No, why would it be me?
Yeah,
I can't. He would have known if I muted him.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
Unless somebody knows how to adjust mic settings without somebody knowing, but I'm too stupid to know that.
I hope it just didn't like blow out or whatever. I don't know. Sometimes mics are weird. I remember one time on one of my old laptop and stuff. Not for this, but for like class and everything. It just wouldn't. Like the
I know David had a very similar situation on the show last week. Oh, so that's okay. How can I move myself? Can I move myself upwards? Oh well. Well, let's see.
I guess in the meantime, you want me to go over my topic?
I don't know. Because I mean, there'll still be.
All right, I guess I'll do my topic while Victor's gone. Anyways,
Might as
original
well.
screenplay, best adapted screenplay, best visual effects for the 2000s. Here we go. Original screenplay. Number 10 is Gosford Park, which I felt to be pretty boring and uneventful. My pick, Memento.
Yeah.
Number 9.
I need to see Gosford Park.
Number 9, Talk to Her by Pedro Almodovar. My pick, Gangs in New York.
Okay.
Number 8, The Hurt Locker. Great movie, but not a screenplay film. My pick was Up. Number 7 is Milk. My pick is actually Tropic Thunder, believe it or not.
No, that's a good one.
Number 6, Crash. My pick, Good Night and Good Luck.
I really want to see that movie.
It's a really good movie. Number 5, Little Miss Sunshine.
Still need to see it. Yeah.
Number 4, Juno.
Love Juno. I do love Juno.
Number 3, Almost Famous.
Still need to see it. I know Victor will be mad at me because, Cameron Crowe.
Number 2, Lost in Translation. And number 1, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
And I love that movie.
Same here.
I'm gonna hop on my computer real quick. I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay, now for adapted screenplay. Number 10, The Pianist. My pick is adaptation.
Oh gosh, Victor might have to restart his computer. He said.
Yeah.
Oh, Victor. Wow.
Number 9, Slumdog Millionaire. My pick, The Dark Knight.
So Soren, before you continue onward, Victor, don't reset your mic or your computer. I did to you what I did to David the other day regarding that. I adjusted your mic settings without you, so I can mute you whenever without you knowing. There's a thing where I could, like, for example, hold on, so let me show you. All right, so I could automatically adjust mic volume. Okay, let me mute you. Soren, say something. Exactly.
Number 7, Traffic.
There we go.
Okay.
Number 6, Precious, based on a novel published by Sapphire. Why even have that subtitle?
Victor's
I always thought that was weird with that. Just to have the subtitle.
I mean, that's like having The Dark Knight based on the comic books by DC. Anyways, number 5, No Country for Old Men. Number 4, The Departed. Number 3, Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. Number 2 is Sideways. And number 1, Brokeback Mountain.
Oof. I really need to get that 4K of Brokeback Mountain that Kino Lorber has out. I've been meaning to get it, but
Yeah. Finally, visual effects. Number 10 is a movie I recently watched and it was completely unimpressed with. The Golden Compass. A lot of people say Transformers, but my pick was actually Sunshine, the Danny Boyle movie. Number 9, Peter Jackson's King Kong. My pick, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Number 8, Avatar. My pick, District 9. Number 7, Gladiator. Number 6, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. Number 5, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Number 4, Spider-Man 2. And number 3 to number 1, The Lord of the Rings trilogy. Obviously.
yeah.
So that's it for my topics, I guess. Stay tuned for the 90s. And now I don't know what we're going to do while taking
Well, I guess
Hello, Greg.
I don't know if
before you go. Yeah, I was literally like thinking, damn it, Victor went more above and beyond than David did, because this past Sunday I did the same thing to David, where I just fucking I was like, how do I fuck with him without him knowing? I couldn't do his name. I couldn't do it. So then I was like, edit mic settings. So I went to edit mic settings, and then I went to it and checked it. So I said to Soren to say something earlier because I wanted to test. So you see, Soren, say something now. Yeah, there you go. And then now he can say something. Now, so yeah. So
I guess Victor turned off his computer and stuff before he even saw it.
If he did see that, let's pretend he just came in, nothing ever happened.
Yes.
Be like, Victor, next time
look at the dailies.
Next time you try to boot me for saying Chicken Jockey, Minecraft, or Snow White. One thing I'll say,
I will say,
Victor ain't here. I will say one thing. My one hope with this Snow White shit. Oh, never mind. He's back. Hello, Victor.
Are you there? Or was it Tom?
I hate StreamYard so much. I can't even fucking hear through his fucking headphones. Shit. I'm trying to figure this shit out.
Oh, Tom is backstage. Here we go.
Oh my
Victor,
God, this
Victor.
internet situation is so bad. I actually had to check my fucking mic settings on my computer and they seem to be fine. But no, on fucking Chrome, it's not working. And, oh God, do I have to go on fucking Safari to do this shit? I swear to God, I don't use Safari.
Oh,
fuck, I'm gonna have to fucking look. Give me a second. I'm on the line. Oh God, this is pissing me off now.
Victor, you want me to tell you what happened?
I hate this shit.
Victor, you want me to tell you what happened?
Oh, great. Yeah. I'm the entity, huh? Right? I'm the entity, right? Ugh. God.
Victor, you want me to tell you what the problem is?
What?
I adjusted your mic settings.
You motherfucker. I am literally going to kick your ass.
Well, Victor,
Yeah, I got punked. This is what you're telling me?
Yeah, you got punked.
Oh my God.
Motherfucker, I swear to God.
I walk into?
Wait. Oh my God. Adjust my fucking mic settings back on then.
Are you on the computer?
Yes, I am. I'm on the computer. I'm on the streamer. I'm just waiting for the testing mic thing to fucking show up.
I don't see you backstage as the computer version. So yeah.
I am backstage. Oh God, Echo, no.
All right, get all right, get out of here. All right, thank you. All right.
Is everything back on now?
Yes.
You're good.
Oh my God.
Now he's mute.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, we can. After I adjust your mic settings again.
You are such a cunt, Jayden. My God.
Well, to be fair, Victor, you weren't the first one I did this to. I did that to David last week, and you handled it a lot differently because David threw a fit, threw his phone across the room, and all the other stuff. But I told David now I can fuck with you with it whenever I want without no one knowing.
Oh my God, man. At least I fucking kept it cool for the most part. Shit. It was when you fucking punked me when I got mad.
I know, right? You kept it cool.
Yeah, you think you're a fucking stand-up comedian, right?
You should have seen David's reaction. That was hilarious.
Okay, now that I can talk and Tom is here now. Okay, I was gonna talk about Jurassic World Rebirth, but you know what? Fuck it. Let's talk Superman first, okay?
Yeah.
Okay,
right.
people have been wondering. Yes, I have seen the trailer. Well, first of all, they did. Oh, by the way, Tom, oh God, you know what I forgot to do
What's
before
that?
I get into it? Before I got to do, I should have done a fucking another laugh box video making fun of Tom for what he said. The Celtics are gonna win. Guess what? The Knicks won, bitch.
Yeah, but I still have the $4,000 for the Eagles winning the Super Bowl.
4,000. It doesn't matter. It's not the NFL. This is the NBA.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. The Knicks aren't going to win the championship anyway.
We'll see about that, buddy boy.
You know,
Anyway,
Ted just remind us that you guys did Enchanted, which means one of these days we're gonna get into Disenchanted.
well, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I
Victor,
never put
by
that
the way,
shit
while
down.
you were gone, Soren went through his topic already.
You're fucking kidding me?
Yeah,
We had to fill time.
Yeah, I
Oh
wasn't
my-
expecting you. I was expecting you to have a David
What the hell
meltdown.
did
I
he
wasn't
say?
expecting-
You know what? Fuck it. Just repeat what he damn said to me.
Watch the replay.
Fucking assholes. Great.
Well, I told
Yeah.
Soren and
yeah,
and
the internet
Soren-
went like this.
God, what was he even doing? I don't even know what the hell he was
it
doing.
was screenplays, but I was telling Jared and
Was this
Soren
for the
what I did.
2000s? So let me put it this way. I guess I can fucking try and guess. Let's play a fucking guessing game. That I can fucking get this shit out because I need to fill up some time here.
What
Like,
about
is this a-
Superman?
Well, yeah, I'll get to that in a minute, but this is adapted to this original screenplay.
I guess I'll since I deleted my notes, I guess I might as well go over Wikipedia.
Oh, fuck.
Now my brain cells are fried, as you could tell. Yeah, it's so fried. Like I feel about as fucking tired as I feel about as tired as when Bix got fucking tortured by that fucking guy.
Okay, fine. Here we go. Original screenplay. Number 10 was Gosford Park. My pick was Memento. Number 9 was Talk to Her. My pick was Gangs in New York. Number 8 was Hurt Locker. Great movie, but not a screenplay film. My pick was Up. Number 7 was Milk. My pick was Tropic Thunder. Number 6 was Crash. My pick, Good Night and Good Luck. Number 5,
Not Brokeback Mountain? Oh, wait, that's adapted. I'm sorry.
Adapted screenplay. Number 5, Little Miss Sunshine. Number 4, Juno. Number 3, Almost Famous. Number 2, Lost in Translation. And number 1, Eternal Sunshine.
The Turtles are overrated. This fucking movie. I put it near the bottom of the Kirsten ranking for a reason. Anyway, let's talk Superman now. I like the trailer. Let's get it out of the way.
Yeah, I did too.
Well, it's about time.
What?
I did too. Yeah.
Is that?
No, I'm
is
not
that-
fucking around. I'm not fucking with you or anything. Why the fuck wasn't that the first trailer?
I agree. Why the fuck do
Why
we
the
have to
fuck
see a
wasn't that
shitty
the
first trailer?
trailer?
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be a
100%.
great first trailer?
Yeah, Chayton. Why wasn't that the
Hey,
first
hey,
trailer?
both trailers were masterpieces.
Oh god.
I
The first
agree.
trailer
I
was
love
crap,
both
and the second one
trailers.
was
Thank you.
However, I
Second
will
was
say
much
that this
better.
one got me even more excited because I now know what the story
All right,
truly
this
is,
is
and
not
it's
the movie Miracle,
fantastic.
okay? This is not the Miracle on Ice. Everybody's thinking like New York Rangers, what everything. But yeah, I did like the trailer, and you know why I liked it? Because we actually focused on the character of Superman, his moral dilemmas. It feels like now everything makes sense in terms of why these other
Yes.
superheroes are there, and not just being a cluttered mess. They focused less on crypto and they focused on what the movie was actually about. They did their damn job.
Well, to be fair, a teaser trailer is not supposed to show you everything. So, you know,
Yeah, exactly.
just all the shitty things.
What the fuck?
Well, hey, I'm glad Crypto wasn't in it. That's my favorite thing.
Well, he's
Crypto
in it.
was in it.
He was in it
No,
for like
not
the
like-
last 10 seconds.
Yeah, not like I felt like, okay, so here's my perspective. The first trailer, I felt like they used Crypto as like a
A moral ploy.
not only that, is almost like frosting on a piece of shit cake. And like I was like, I don't really like this cake anyway. So wow, you kind of like
And
feel
I
like
do
you tried to-
believe another thing that they improved on the first trailer, and that's probably because they were working on this thing. The visual effects looked better than in the first trailer. The visual effects looked way better. Way better, because the movie's closer to being finished. Obviously, the movie's out in about, what, a month and a half now?
Yeah,
So...
I'm not gonna give them that, because let me tell you, they have all the time in the world to focus. You know what it was? That first trailer, they threw way too much at us, and that's their own fault. If they couldn't polish it because they chose to throw so much at us, then that's their own fault. Maybe they shouldn't have shown us so much in that first trailer. And that
I think what they should, like, I feel like how they set up the trailer with it being almost like, and also the guy who's playing Superman, I feel like he does a really good job changing how his, not only his posture, but how his voice is between Clark and Superman. You know how, when he's Clark at the beginning of the trailer, he's like very quiet, very shy, and then he just switches to Superman. I think that's the best adjustment that I've seen from the character since Christopher Reeve, because Henry Cavill, he was pretty much just the same thing from start to finish, kind of the same thing,
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I haven't seen Superman Returns in a fucking long time, so I don't know how Brandon Routh did this. But...
I mean, he does the Christopher Reeve, so it's kind of the same thing.
So, but I feel like, and then of course Rachel Brosnahan, she's just Lois Lane. I think I've said that from the beginning. She's a perfect casting choice, and I don't, as much as I love Amy Adams, she's a great actress, but you don't see her as Lois Lane. You putting the redhead as Lois Lane. I'm like, what the fuck? But
I'm okay with that. It's funny because like you get Mary Jane and Spider-Man is not even like different, and then you get a Mary Jane version of Lois Lane. I'm like, wow, this is crazy, but whatever.
But
I'm
yeah,
down. I'm down for it. I'm excited. I think that this was better. I look forward to the movie that's coming out next month, correct?
July 15th.
July. So okay, so it's a little more than a month away.
15th?
It's a month and a half or 2 months away. A little less than 2 months.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be interested to see how it does. And I feel like, just in case, if Warner Bros., if Saslov is watching, which I doubt he will,
July 11th, Hunter's saying.
July 11th. So this is what I want them to do. Don't focus on it making billions of dollars. Just focus on it being good and focus on rebuilding DC to what it could be. Don't focus on if this movie's going to make money. This is blah, 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 blah. This is a slow and steady race. Do not concern yourself about, oh, this movie's underperforming. We're pulling the plug after only making like $300-400 million. And that's my prediction. Overall gross, $300-400 million. That's it.
The point of this movie is not to make like billions of dollars.
Yes, I agree as well.
Like now, the whole thing is people, I think, will go see it if it's good. Like the thing is, like, what else comes out in July? Oh, Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four, and that could be
Fantastic
Four. I'm gonna tell you why. It could be either way, and I'm gonna tell you
Fantastic Four is gonna do better than Superman.
I don't know about that, and I'm gonna tell you why. Thunderbolts hasn't been doing very well.
Yeah, but that's Thunderbolts. Who the fuck cares? Who asked for that? And who cares about that?
Well, and also let's be real here. Let's also be honest here, guys. Also,
I know what you did last summer, but that has a low budget. That's gonna make it.
Yeah. And honestly, even though I am interested in seeing it, who gives a fuck? Anyway, who gives a fuck about? I know what you did last summer.
I do. What the fuck?
Hey, the Smurfs people. I saw an article. Now I don't know too much about the article, but apparently a record was broken, and there was like thousands of people dressed as Smurfs in some city.
Probably where Payo is from.
It was the weirdest thing I ever seen. It was a picture of all these people dressed as Smurfs. I don't know what the fuck that was about, but I'm like, why?
Where Payo lives, which I think is like Belgium or something like that, because fucking crazy in Belgium. So, you know. But I do believe I Don't Do That Summer is going to make a lot of money. Don't get me like yeah. Oh my God, do not. That's what caused this movie to fail, not the movie itself. Revealing the asterisks to the general public. That's what caused this movie to fail.
No, you know what caused it to fail?
What?
Sebastian Stan did yell, "Chicken Jockey!"
Oh,
Oh, I rewatched that movie, by the way. What a masterpiece.
Yeah, I know, right?
oh,
It was so great, wasn't it?
Guilty
Yeah,
pleasure.
Watching it a second time was like taking another cup of nice, tasty coffee in the morning. It was like great.
oh.
I think I'm going to take another sip next weekend.
Honestly, yeah,
No,
why
I
did they-
think honestly you should have waited when fucking Disney Plus put the fucking thing out. Then
I
you
didn't
do
have
it.
the asterisk at all.
Why? I
Yeah,
can
don't
watch
even
it
have the
again.
asterisk at all. Don't have the asterisk. Just
Oh,
call
you're
it
talking about
Thunderbolts. Call it
Thunderbolts?
what it fucking is, okay?
That's what we're talking about.
They should have called it Minecrafters.
They should have called it Minecraft 2.
Besides, what Thunderbolts is barely even
Yeah.
the movie itself.
Yeah, it's just like
So just call it New Avengers.
Hey, I'd be down for that. Tom, would you be down for that?
But
Down
if they
for what?
called it New Avengers,
Minecraft
I don't
movie
think it
review.
would make money
Yes,
because
we can do an entire episode Minecraft movie
no,
review.
no,
episode
no, we're not
200.
doing that. Not if I have the power. Not if I'm gonna have to abuse my power. I don't want to talk about the movie ever again. That was the last time I'm gonna be the first and the last time.
Oh,
because
Hunter
frankly-
even has a tagline for the next movie.
Yeah, Minecraft is a masterpiece with Night Swim.
Can't wait to see it.
Night Swim is the best horror movie, and Jungle Book is the worst Disney remake. Cause yeah, thank you.
And the Deer Hunter
Fucking
is severely
hypocrisy.
overrated.
Minecraft 2, oh God, no, don't do that. Don't give Die Hard 2. Oh no. Oh.
A good day to mine hard.
Wait, let me see.
Minecraft with a vengeance.
With a vengeance.
Oh God.
You large-
Live free, or
Or
Minecraft.
God.
or
Oh
just
my
just
Good
call-
day to live
Or just
free
pull a
or
scream and just call
mine
it
harder with a
Minecraft.
vengeance.
Yeah,
Oh my God, you guys are
live free or live free or Minecraft.
Oh my God. So anyway, I'm gonna go back to my point with Superman. It did look better. It did. I mean, I actually felt something when I was watching the trailer. Unlike the first trailer, where I felt nothing at all. I felt absolutely, but the second trailer, I felt something. And same thing could go for Jurassic World Rebirth. That looked better. That second trailer looked.
I
way
didn't see
better.
that trailer. I didn't see it. I
The,
gotta
the
watch it.
trailer,
Way better.
the trailer looked better, but I still don't give two fucks.
To me, I am still gonna lower my expectations just in case it ends up like fucking
Minecraft
Dominion
2,
because
still
Dominion did have good trailers, but the movie was ass. So I'm still gonna reserve all judgment because reserve my expectations. But to me, from the trailers, it looked closer to what Jurassic Park or World, whatever's supposed to be. It's supposed to be about the fucking dinosaurs. No robot girls, no fucking insects, no fucking mosquitoes. It's about
Incest? What?
that is what I heard.
That's a weird, but that's
insects.
now it makes sense why you don't like Minecraft. It didn't have enough incest.
No.
Now I know how the Lighthouse fanatics feel.
Oh yeah, but it looked.
I have
way
not
better.
seen the new trailer for the Bad Guys 2
Locust.
yet.
I should have just said Locust. I really should have. But yeah, it looked significantly better, and it looked like.
Wait. Was Marcus Phoenix in fucking the last Jurassic World movie? I didn't see him.
What the fuck?
Locust, right? Like they were fighting the dinosaurs to find the locust, right?
Oh,
What the hell am I not?
okay.
What the hell am I not? Am I not understanding?
Have you not played Gears of War?
I'm a PlayStation person. I don't have fucking Xbox.
Oh,
Gears of War
Hey,
coming out for
Gears of War's
PlayStation.
coming on
Yeah.
PlayStation.
Well,
The
then
first
fine.
Gear-
I'll play it then. But
They're
no.
getting the first game after it's been out for almost 20 years. Congratulations.
Yeah, now
we're
you
gonna get Halo. We're gonna get Halo next. Watch, we're gonna get Master Chief Collection.
It
Everything.
Yeah.
should, and it should be crossplay. Maybe it'll revive it because nobody plays it.
Hey, Victor, your precious Xbox is going to become third party. It's going to go the way of Sega in a few
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, and the PlayStation will be the fucking dominant one. Yeah, it'll be fucking dominant because PlayStation. I'm a bit of a I'm a bit of a Sony pony. I know that, but you know.
The whole world will be playing PC gaming eventually. Anyway, it doesn't matter. These consoles.
Well,
Sony's on borrowed time too. Eventually, what's going to happen is Steam Deck is going to take over, and you're going to be able to plug Steam Deck into your TV like a Switch, and there's going to be no need to own any other PlayStation because you're going to have access to Sony games and PlayStation games that are all on your PC already, and you'll just be able to plug it into your television.
Hey,
like
if
a
you did the
console.
Steam
Victor,
Deck,
if you're Sony Pony, who's top, you or the pony?
I'm not going to answer that question.
Oh, he doesn't want to reveal that he's bottom.
Oh my God! Rant! Fuck you, David Zaslav. You go from
Oh
HBO
yeah,
Max
HBO Max is coming
to
back.
Max.
Yeah.
2 years ago, we switched it to Max, and I was ranting all about it. And this was during the writer's strike, and now you're going back to HBO Max. What kind?
I'm gonna hop back on my
This is
laptop.
how you know, even though Warner has 3 successful movies at the box office at the moment, this is how you know they're going for an identity crisis. This is how you know. I mean, my God.
Yeah,
What kind of
considering that
stupid
that
shit is
is in
this?
the 11 digits.
It's fucking ridiculous. And you know, I've seen people make fun of him on social media. Good. You deserve to get fucking embarrassed because you know why? Why change? The Max relaunch was pointless.
Yeah.
By the end of it, it was pointless. Why couldn't you just stick the new color on it and be done?
I agree.
Hypocrisy and
I
its finest.
co-sign what you're saying.
Yeah, and HBO Max, and these fuckers decide, oh, now we're gonna go back to HBO Max after removing all your fucking content. You moved Westworld.
I know.
You
They
fucking
removed Westworld, you fucking assholes, making me watch UK version.
Well, I was gonna say,
idiotic.
I think, you know what? I think when the day HBO Max is back is when the Minecraft movie comes on HBO Max.
Oh wait, they have AEW, so they must be awesome. Never mind.
And they don't even have
AEW was
I like
supposed
that
to save
photo.
them, remember?
And
AEW
then they felt, oh, the NBA was going to save it. Oh, Amazon and NBC took them over. TNT is finished. That means Warner is finished. Yeah, it's pretty sad when Netflix had. Yeah, they just saved it and saved Sesame Street, and it's going to be on PBS again too. So thank God for finally for someone.
PBS, as long as they actually have the funding.
They should show episodes from the 90s and the 2000s.
I feel like Netflix is not. It just should put in the back catalog because HBO Max had the back catalog for Sesame Street, and then
they never had most of the 90s and 2000s because apparently.
So I
it was
feel like
too
maybe now
controversial.
Netflix could step in and put the entire fucking back
I don't
catalog.
know.
Victor, I didn't know you were a furry.
No, I'm not a furry. I'm not a furry.
He's a Muppet. There's a difference.
Well, you did fornicate with a plushie a few weeks ago, so
No.
you know we don't
Yeah,
know.
you did
Maybe
that
that.
Yoshi plus what Guy Pearce did to Adrian Brody in the Brutalist.
Oh my God, no. It's fucking.
I still need to watch that. It's on Max now, so.
Sesame Street.
On the wheel.
Yeah. Russo's directing Sesame Street. Yeah, make that cost $400 million.
But
fucking Russo's and their budgets. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. This was a fucking long intro because that stupid technical. Chan, you fucking killed me with this shit. So I guess if Soren already did his topic, I'm gonna go with Jared unless you want to do the joint thing. I don't know if he had another topic you want to talk about.
I really didn't have much of a topic. I mean, because like I was like, we'll do the joint one. But I will say that I did get a new Blu-ray, and it's from a director that Victor recently watched, and he is now a one and done with this director.
Oh no! Not Malik! No!
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No!
So, my girlfriend and I and her family, we went on vacation. We went to Williamsburg and Yorktown and Jamestown. Well, my girlfriend was interested in this little movie that Terrence Malick made called The New World. And I had seen the theatrical cut of The New World. And apparently, Criterion Collection was having a 30% off sale. So we split and got The New World. And I watched the extended cut, and it's pretty awesome.
You know it's bad whenever I ever watch Pocahontas in this shit. And that's a bad movie.
the blue. I won't like do a whole review of this movie or anything, but I'm just saying I got this. It's a really, really cool set. I love it when Criterion puts it in these like slip cover kind of cases.
Oh, yeah. I love those.
There we go.
I just really like the packaging overall, and this movie comes with 3 different cuts of the movie. One cut that I didn't even know existed. So it comes with the base theatrical cut, which is like
3 fucking cuts.
Let's see, what is
God.
this? This
For
is
a
an
Malick
hour
movie, it's
or
ridiculous.
135 minutes. And then there is the 172-minute extended cut. And then there is a 150-minute first cut.
It doesn't all. It's all the same. It's all the same damn fucking scenery, no substance, and you're just whispering.
I will beg to differ. Morgan and I
Avatar,
watched.
Victor, like Avatar.
No,
Morgan and I
Avatar they
watched
actually
this
fucking
movie.
scream most of the time. Did you see fucking Natiri fucking screaming half the damn movie?
No,
I will beg to differ, Victor, because Morgan and I we saw audience reviews and stuff for this, talking about how there is more scenery and stuff, and I'm like, that is a complete lie. There is more scenes and shots of Colin Farrell in this movie than there are of trees.
It doesn't matter if you're fucking mumbling. It don't fucking matter. It's incoherent shit. Malick's a hack.
You're a hack.
And I'm proud of it.
At least he admits it.
I won't give my review. I'll just say that I really, really loved it, guys.
New Line, you're better than this. You did Magnolia.
Yeah, for every Thin Red Line, there's a tree of life.
I didn't like Thin Red Line. I told you. I was one and done with this guy.
I watched the first 30 minutes of Tree of Life. I was very drunk when I did, but I enjoyed what I saw.
God, it make Jesus. Oh my God! You know what? No. Here's the thing. No. Instead of doing it on Rebel Moon, do what Ben Affleck says. Put on Armageddon on 4K. Do what Ben Affleck tells you.
Do it. I double dare you.
I double dare you,
The Wiz.
The Wiz. Oh God, I forgot that's getting a Criterion. Why the fuck is The Wiz getting a Criterion?
And not Killers of the Flower Moon.
But that they wanted to do it. Apple told them not to.
Like.
Apple's
yeah,
petty.
I was just thinking, like, yeah, I guess Criterion would be the only ones that would be able to potentially do Rebel Moon.
Oh my God, Rebel Moon.
One of these days when
I hope Superman does well in order to shut the Snyder people up because they're becoming obnoxious.
Guys, whenever one of these days when all the bombs go off and thousands of years in the future, somebody is going to find some data and it will have Netflix's it'll have Rebel Moon on some hard drive and people will be like, this is what movies were back then. No. Yeah, you guys are so. Technically, Tanner Kino released Kindergarten Cop on 4K, so I doubt that's ever gonna happen. So, what can happen? I might buy that though. I might buy Cat in the Hat though. I might. That would make a beautiful set.
And then the whole like the disc could just be the fucking scene where it's Cat's ass in the fucking trucker gear up and
I want Criterion to do one of Cat in the Hat just so I can have the little booklet where where some film historian does an essay on Cat in the Hat.
Oh my God.
And it's cultural.
It would be about as bad as the Arrow Deep Blue Sea essay. Have you heard about what they did with the video essays on Deep Blue Sea's 4K? They tried, okay. let me put this straight. I am not trying to offend anybody. If anybody, I don't try to. I try to, I respect everybody, but they tried to make it seem like the shark was like a trans male or something like that. I don't know what they were thinking. They were trying to put queer theory in Deep Blue Sea. I'm just like, maybe queer theory could work for other
The
movies.
trans man. Chayton would probably like a movie like that.
Here's the thing: Deep Blue Sea is not a deep movie. It's just supposed to be a B movie. Why would we put queer theory into Deep Blue Sea? It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm not trying to disrespect nobody. I'm saying it doesn't make sense for it to be there.
Metaphors and meanings.
Yeah, the shark. First, we're gonna seal off this boat. Okay, now I'd buy Mac and Me. Yeah. I would like a 4K version of the McDonald's dance party. I would like a 4K of that.
I just
Paul Rudd would do a
this.
commentary. Paul Rudd would do a commentary.
I just remembered this. What's his face? Why can I not think of Dennis Quaid's son?
Jack Quaid.
Jack Quaid. He did a video where he was like, he was doing like, he was in the Criterion Closet. He didn't do a Criterion Closet video.
Did he come out of the closet?
He made a fake video though. And he was like, "Oh, okay. Well, hey guys, I'm in the Criterion Closet, and like all of them are bootleg copies of Kraven the Hunter."
Oh God! Hell no! Oh God! But yeah,
And speaking of which.
No.
We'll buy that and send it to Victor for his birthday or something.
Oh, fuck's sake. Yeah, I'm gonna own that movie anytime soon. Fucking abortion. Oh God.
We'll buy it for you, Victor.
We'll
We'll buy it for you so you don't have to.
Yeah. We'll buy you the Madam Web and Minecraft double pack.
Oh Jesus Christ!
With the bonus disc of Book of Shadows.
I'd rather watch Book of Shadows. No, I wouldn't. It's a -1. So I guess I would watch Minecraft because I only gave that a 0. I only gave that a 0, and I gave Madam Web -1. I gave Book of Shadows -1. I only gave Minecraft a 0.
Oh! Remember, Tom? He gave it a 0 with a 1 in front of it. So
yeah, that was weird. You have to be the first person in movie podcasting I ever heard such a thing.
Yeah, it was like a 0 and then a 10 behind it. So yeah.
Yeah, if they did a criterion of the roommate, it would give you prescription medication in the packaging because they did not take. She didn't take her pill. Has she taken her pills? No.
Wait. What about a Criterion collection of Lost? Oh wait, they're too sophisticated for that garbage.
God. Imagine if they did that, Jared. That would be actually good. But
no, Victor. Criterion's too sophisticated. They don't want to get that.
That's so sophisticated for a network show. That's so sophisticated.
They're too sophisticated.
Oh, like Minecraft is a fucking sophisticated.
Yeah, well, Minecraft made more.
That's sophisticated. Yeah,
Minecraft made more money than Lost.
Yeah, that's so sophisticated. That's so sophisticated,
That's
right?
cinema right there.
Yeah, I was gonna say Minecraft. What do you call it? Minecraft made more money than Lost, so
Made more, but that's a television series. That's not fair.
Yeah, but it had a head start.
6 seasons, motherfucker. I don't even think Minecraft's gonna get 2 movies.
It will get 5 movies, and we'll hate the 5th one, but we'll love the next one.
Oh my God!
Yeah, the Minecraft or the Lost movie series will be just like the Transformers movie. Okay, first one after everything's garbage until they reboot it.
Yeah, they're gonna have so many Minecraft movies. It's a new franchise.
Yeah,
two mine, two craft.
It's gonna be crazy. Minecraft the series.
Minecraft Indo Realm Drift. It's
Minecraft Transformania.
Was it the Minecraft?
Minecraft
Yeah, the
brings
series
back
that
the
lasted
movie
for 6
license
years.
video
Of course,
game.
Tanner.
Minecraft 5.
Yeah.
What was it? Minecraft 6. The Mine of the Craft.
I know what you did last Minecraft movie.
Not the Minecraft or I
Craft-
want to
hey,
cover it in
Craft-
playing Craft.
Craft 7. The Fate of the Minecraft. And then Mine
you guys-
X.
Minecraft in space.
You think Minecraft's gonna do what Fast and Furious always does? Come on. Oh my
Minecraft
God.
of the
Minecraft
Planet
of the Apes.
It would have to be Minecraft, the biome of the apes.
Oh, God, no. I'm losing my mind, and I haven't
Mine
gotten my
the
review yet.
13th. Mine. Oh yeah.
The
Oh
girl
yeah.
with
That's
the
an eight.
Minecraft
This is
tattoo.
a bear named an Avatar. Minecraft: The Way of Jockey.
Oh.
M9: The
I
Craft
think
Saga.
we're breaking.
Oh yeah, that's
them.
right. Yeah, there we go.
That sounds like a fucking shitty sequel to the Craft Legacy, but okay.
Oh god, Minecraft Jam. That's where that's where like Bugs Bunny.
Then again,
and-
the Craft
That's
Legacy is a shitty movie
actually
anyway.
a pretty good title. I'm not gonna lie.
Michael B.
Jam.
Jordan.
That's not a bad title.
Michael B. Jordan and LeBron James will be in it.
Oh God, yeah, it would be a whole commercial for Warner. That's all that movie would be.
Dennis Rodman.
The Craft Call Mine podcast.
Oh my God, might as well put
Yeah,
fucking
that's
Dennis Quaid in it too, because he could act like the same way he acted in The Substance, where he was like a fucking freak.
But yeah, we should call this show should be called the Minecraft Panel Podcast now.
No,
Everybody in
I'm
the
gonna
chat.
use my power for y'all.
Everybody put a 1 in the chat if you want to see this show turn into the Minecraft Panel Podcast.
Yeah, all we do is talk about Minecraft all the time.
Yeah.
Praise.
Hold on.
We'll do an
put a one
entire
in the
12-hour. We'll do a 12-hour retrospective of the movie of Minecraft.
Yeah. Oh, Highlander 2, the crafting.
Zero Craft 30.
Zero Craft.
10 Minecraft Lane. There's something about Minecraft.
We'll do this. You're.
Well, thank you, Victor. I've had some trouble sleeping, so thank you. I'll just I just realized the cure for insomnia is lost. There we go.
Oh God, no! Fuck off.
So yeah, I'll watch all seasons. I'll
But
see
here's
you
the
all.
thing: North Korea. You know how people tortured on fucking North Korea.
Indiana, Minecraft, and the Kingdom of the Chicken Jockey.
Oh, no.
Raiders
Oh,
of the
my
Lost Jockey.
Minecraft jockey in the cupboard.
God.
Mission Impossible: The Final Minecraft.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you!
Minecraft Revenge of the Jockey. Minecraft Revenge of the or Return of the Jockey.
Minecraft of Notre Dame.
Minecraft The Jockey Strikes Back. Minecraft Attack of the Jockey.
Minecraft Against the Ballad for Chicken Jockey.
Oh, here we go. Minecraft The Force Jockeys or The Jockey Awakens. Minecraft The Last Jockey.
That's it. I had enough.
I hereby discharge you from duty.
You coming to that point?
Minecraft The Rise of Jockey.
All right. That's no more.
Yeah.
Next topic.
All right.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
Dang.
Who's that?
Jared
Whose
still
turn is
doing
it
his
now?
topic?
I was done. I was done a
All right. I'll let
time
Tom
ago.
go. I'll let Tom go. Mainly, I'm gonna let Tom go.
Okay. You guys messed up my Xbox. I had my PlayStation controller. Now it's not even detecting anything because I was laughing. Okay. I actually have a good one. I can't even pause this. Hold on.
I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna hop back onto my phone.
All right, I paused it.
Boy,
So I found out earlier today that somebody who's been very influential in me listening to podcasting, radio, entertainment, they're doing a biopic on him, and I don't know
Bill
what
Simmons. I would only
No.
think Bill Simmons.
I don't know exactly what the name of it's going to be, but it does say it's coming out in 2026. And for decades, this man's voice was, I guess he cut through the night in America. I think it was only in America. He was the leading host of Coast to Coast AM radio. And he would have people call into his show that would talk about time travel, government secrets, things that basically weren't mainstream, but he also talked about some politics. His name was Art Bell. And he his death, surrounding his death, was very weird and didn't make any sense. And he died of a drug overdose, which is weird because he never would have done that. And there's a lot of weird theories around how he died. He had people basically stalking him and later in his life, like in the 2010s. And he canceled his radio show in 2015 because this guy was like basically with a gun at the top of his house. And he basically went online. He's like, this is going to be my last show. And then he died in 2018. But they're going to do a video, a biopic based on his career. And I'm pretty excited about it because Art Bell was the first. He did radio in Vietnam in the 70s or the 60s. And he really was the first late night talk show that made it big. And then he had gotten into arguments with Coast to Coast, left that. Then he went to Sirius XM and had disputes. Then he started streaming in 2015. But just so you guys know, in 1995, this guy had IRC chat while he used to do his radio show. So I would attribute him being the first person that did a live stream while listening to his chat, which is fucking wild that he actually had that going on in the 90s when people didn't even understand the medium. So he is going to get a biopic. I'm pretty excited about it. I haven't heard anything else, but I do know the guy that's going to play him, and I think you guys do too. I just had his name. Hold on. Paul Giamatti.
Paul Giamatti?
Oh. Yeah, he's going to play Art Bell.
Good. He's very good. Big Fat Liar, one of the greatest movies of all time.
Sideways.
He's gonna play him as he's gonna be the main guy. He's gonna be the host
too.
Jesus.
Pretty excited about the movie. So yeah, that's my topic. I can't wait to see.
That's.
Oh my God!
So he did.
I just found out Art Bell apparently appeared as himself in I Know Who Killed Me, one of the worst movies ever made.
Oh.
Oh my God! He should have been nominated as Ryan. Paul Giamatti is right. Oh God, no.
Big Mama's House.
That's Martin Lawrence. I don't think Paul Giamatti was in that. Was he?
Yeah, he was in it, according to Wikipedia.
Oh, probably in the first one. I've only really.
Lady in the Water.
Oh, Lady in the Water. That movie was shit, though. M. Night Shyamalan is going to be the fucking guy who saves the universe with his book writing. Yeah, pretentious ass movie.
Rock of Ages.
When again, everybody was in Rock of Ages, and they all embarrassed themselves.
The Ratchet and Clank movie.
Well, that's embarrassing in and of itself. I heard the video game based on the movie was actually better.
Jungle Cruise.
That movie's mediocre. I don't know.
Yeah, it was mediocre. I agree.
Because the Rock was playing the same. That was by the time at the time when the Rock was playing the same character in every movie.
Yes, that's when I realized he was playing the same character in every movie. It was that movie.
I mean, the best part of that movie was fucking Jesse Plemons is one of the villains. He was fucking hilarious in that. But other than that, I don't really care for it.
Oh, excuse me.
But yeah, I forgot Paul Giamatti was in San Andreas. I always think about all the other people in that movie. Fucking guy from Fantastic Four who played an asshole in San Andreas. The original Reed Richards was in fucking San Andreas, and then he plays a real asshole in that movie. But I don't, anyway, I'm fucking talking smack now. Dan, you want to go next? Because I have a joint thing with Jared, and I don't know how long it's going to take. So I won't take 4 hours.
I have a very big, like a double and a half segment. Well, I'm assuming Jared is going to have to do with Final Destination Bloodlines, correct?
What is it?
Jared, answer the question.
Is the thing that you're going to talk about two Final Destination Bloodlines?
No, I'm not.
Nope.
No, not at all. So are we?
I haven't even seen any of them.
Bring her back? No?
That's not even out yet.
Well, I got to see it at a mystery screening last night.
Ooh.
And also, A24 is barely marketing it, so I don't know if they have a fucking stinker on their hands, so they barely marketed it.
Well, I'll give my thoughts on it in a little bit. It's been getting very divisive, but I'm on the camp that actually thinks
Oh, great, wonderful, fucking great movie filmmakers. When they did Talk to Me, and now their second movie's fucking divisive. Wonderful, great. This is exactly what I needed. I needed A24 when they got into the mainstream to make another divisive movie. Great.
Well, anyway,
after fucking Alex Garland saved their ass twice, Jesus Christ.
Let's see. What was I? Let me actually see if there's a tomato meter out yet for it. Anyway, so I went to
confirm that's not the case.
So I did see, of course, Final Destination. There was a lot of. It was actually kind of funny because, actually, no, it's not as divisive I thought it was going to be. Just some of the critics I was listening to have it. Right now, it's got 92% on Rotten Tomatoes. So that's good. Anyway,
well, thanks for misleading me.
Well, I go to a few critics I trust and all that, and some were loving it, some were hating it. But anyway, or they didn't hate it, they just didn't like it as much as Talk to Me. But anyway, I'll get to that in a minute. Anyway, so I went to go see Final Destination Bloodlines. Originally supposed to be Thursday, but then I had to move it to Saturday because my fiance had jury duty, so that kind of hurt that for a little bit. Then we went to go see it Saturday. It was like we were cursed. It was like death was keeping us from going to see this movie because then she had an ear issue, so she had to go to the urgent care that morning on Saturday. Luckily, we got back in time to make it to the movie.
Was she okay?
Yeah, she's fine. It was just a little. It was like I don't know if it's like an ear infection.
Ear infection, yeah. I used to get those.
So which is funny because usually I'm usually the one that has ear issues for the most part. But anywho.
That's true. You don't listen, so that's. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I'll blame that on all my mistakes. I didn't hear y'all here because I have ear issues. Anyway, so we got to the movie theater, and I really enjoyed it. It was something that I was very excited for because again, I love these types of movies. They're not thespian movies. They're not stuff that you're going to. Fucking say that's going to win any awards. One thing I will say, I did tear up seeing Tony Todd and seeing this, like not only physically seeing him, but there's some stuff he says in the movie that
I've heard that from one of my friends that his scene is great.
and as someone who, yes, my first introduction to Tony Todd was in Final Destination, but
I think that was the first one. That's the first one I ever saw him in.
Two of my favorite movies of all time, like especially like
The Rock. I don't like soft ass shit.
Like the two movies I like, he was part of two of my favorite films of all time, Candyman and The Crow. So, like for me, that like he holds a special place in my heart, not just with Final Destination and the other stuff. Of course, he was in. Of course, one of the last known things he did was, of course, voice Venom in the Spider-Man 2 game. But he was great in it. Without giving anything away, it does explain his, I guess, character.
There's also villain in Transformers 2.
Oh yeah. He does.
Fallen. That's right. That's probably the first thing I ever saw him in. Revenge of the Fallen.
It does explain his character. I will say though, I thought the explanation, while maybe some people wanted it to be left ambiguous, I actually did enjoy the explanation.
I appreciate attention to detail when they, especially considering it's his last role. Might as well do it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the kills were great. There was one kill in particular that, I'm not going to go too much into detail about it, but also there's a little like I know Tyler. I laughed at a joke Tyler posted on Instagram a few days ago where we were talking about the real culprit of this damn movie. But outside of that, as far as any issues with this movie, I thought like performances were serviceable. Nothing that's going to light the world on fire except for Tony Todd.
Well, technically speaking, in terms of performances, they've never been really consistent. Although the first one is probably the best acting in the entire series. Overall, the cast was the best in the first movie.
I actually think the best performance of the entire series goes outside of Tony Todd goes to Mary Elizabeth Winston.
I'm talking about the cast as a whole.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm
had a
singling
good
one out.
performance, but the rest are all Canadian. All
Now-
the Canadian television shows.
Now I
And,
will
and
say,
Sam from Ginger Snaps is in that too. So
I will say this though, and that's funny because when I saw Ginger Snaps first, I said, "Hey, that's the guy from Final Destination 3." But
thinking, huh? Get the fuck out.
yeah. But I will say this though, my main critique of the movie was the CGI. While it wasn't as bad as I feared it would be, there was at least one death that did come off very cartoonish. And I'm not talking about by the how it was portrayed, just by the CGI made it cartoonish. I will say the third act was a little like the final, like maybe 15 minutes felt rushed. But overall, I did enjoy it. And with that, I give it a solid 4 out of 5.
And by the way, John Watts is the guy responsible for it. He didn't direct it, but he's responsible for it. So
that brings me to my ranking of the Final Destination
and then
movies.
for the script, didn't Guy Busick write it? I swear to God, I think he wrote it. So Scream and now this with him.
But I will get to my ranking, and this will probably be a little divisive. But then again, when isn't my list divisive?
You told me that your list is similar to mine. That's what you told me.
After rewatching the series, I've been rewatching it since the what do you call it? Since the end of Final Destination Bloodlines, it has changed.
Are you kidding me?
drastically.
Is that true?
We don't talk about that.
Are you kidding me?
They directed Kim Possible and
they did Freaks. I know that. I didn't know they fucking did Kim Possible.
Let's see. They did another movie of
because Freaks became so popular on Netflix, it opened the door for them, and that's how they got Final Destination because it became a hit.
Origins.
Leprechaun.
Oh yeah, Leprechaun Origins. Thank you, because I think Dr. Wolf.
Leprechaun.
Anyway, so my ranking of the Final Destination movies, number 6 is The Final Destination. That one shouldn't be shocking. There was some deaths that were intriguing, but they were let downs. Like I thought the pool death could have been executed better. No pun intended.
And the whole movie theater shtick was so bad.
Number 5 is actually, ironically, Final Destination 5. Basically,
so far, this is sounding like my ranking because I put Final Destination 5 at the same position.
From 5 to 1, all these I thoroughly enjoy. So, like these movies could go from different places. So, like 4 is the only one that, like, Final Destination 4 is the only one that actually would probably stay that.
I'm 4, 5 to be. I feel like the problem with this movie, one, too much CGI, like I said before, but also to me, I can't buy that ending. I can't buy it.
I love the twist.
I don't buy it at all. I don't buy it.
I was hoping my fiance finished watching, but she passed out from her weed gummies, so she was halfway
I was
watching.
just like, no, this looks like fucking 2011. This doesn't look like 1999.
I don't even think she hated 4. I haven't really asked her thoughts of that one because we did watch it because she's never seen 4 and 5. She's only seen 1,
what I
2,
like about
3.
it is the guy from Anchorman, the cowboy guy from Anchorman,
and Hannah Montana.
I think of him from Anchorman, Coach. From
Anyway,
Anchorman.
my number 4. This is where it gets controversial. Final Destination.
No, that's number 1. That's number 1 on my list. The Champ, not Coach. It's Anchorman's a good movie, but that's number 1. That's
my
best
number
made movie in the entire
My number
series.
3 is Final Destination 2.
That's where I would put it.
And then my number 2 is Final Destination Bloodlines.
Then again, I haven't seen Bloodlines, so.
And then my number 1 is Final Destination 3.
I mean, I am fond of 3. It was my second favorite one, but I just prefer the first movie. I just love fucking the original group. I love them. Like they're developed. Like, yeah, Mary Elizabeth Winstead was a great character, a great protagonist in the third one, but who remembers the rest of them? I remember in the first one, I remember Darren Sawa, obviously, Ali Larder,
It's so biased.
Sean
Rick,
William Scott, the guy from Dawson's Creek, whose name escapes me right now. And I even remember the fucking Mulder and Scully type people because it was supposed to be an X-Files script. Those FBI agents were supposed to be Mulder and Scully, but then they, rewrote
now,
that.
to give you guys an idea, before Bloodlines, the ranking would have been basically 3, 2, 1. That would have been where it would have been. Basically, it would have been funny if it was actually in backwards, but unfortunately,
nobody from Lost is in the first movie. Nobody's from because it was shot on. The first one had a mostly American cast, but there were a couple of Canadians in there because they shot in Vancouver. And all the Foundation movies, except for maybe the fourth one, was shot in Canada. Otherwise, they all were shot in Canada. They always have Canadian actors.
Now, as far as my other review. So I went to a mystery screening. All I knew that was under 2 hours and that it was a horror film. It was rated R. That was it. So but I had a feeling it was Bring Her Back. I thought to myself, I was thinking what movies are coming out in the next couple of months that it could be. I thought Bring Her Back most likely is going to be it. But then I thought maybe Weapons. I Know What You Did Last Summer. But then I was like, you know what? I think because it was appropriate because when I saw
one of the agents was from Lost. He was Arts. You got a little Arts on you.
Take a drink.
All right.
Fuck you, Jay. You're not going to do that again. You're not going to mute my mic. Arts.
Anyway.
I forgot about Arts.
Oh, did you say I'm not going to mute your mic?
No, you are not.
Oh, I just did. You didn't know it.
Put it back on.
I already did. That's why I could hear you. And no, thank you, man. I don't swing that way. Anyway, as I was saying, but when I went to go see a mystery movie a few years ago, it was Talk to Me. So I thought it was appropriate that this one was also from the same directors of Talk to Me. And I will say, though, this movie did fuck me up. I was not having the greatest day, and this movie didn't help because of the subject matter that was in it. It is... Like, I thought the performances were great. The imagery and the visuals, especially near the end.
Is the visceral movie like Talk to Me? Because Talk to Me was a very visceral movie. I wouldn't think
it really didn't feel. It didn't get like that till near the third act. But basically, when it hit. And yeah, this movie was. Like it was a chore to get through in the best way possible because of how just depressing and how fucking gratuitous it was. Again, I'm trying not to go into anything because again, this movie needs to be seen. Like I actually may prefer it over Talk to Me, and I did like.
You know what's funny? Sally Hawkins turned down Paddington 3 to be in this movie.
Oh,
like, fuck your Paddington! Get your Paddington ass out of here. We get the fucking chick from Scream 3 who was, played Sydney as in, the Stab 3, and they were, the chick who was supposed to play Sydney.
Oh, you shut your whore mouth, Tanner. Bill's Afraid it's a masterpiece. Anyway, continue, Victor.
Yeah. I'm just saying that she got replaced with that chick. She was also one of the Cars 2, Holly.
Speaking of which, I did see the trailer for fucking Eddington.
Shoot me. I'm never going to watch that. Fuck that guy.
Eddie, I can't wait for Eddington. It comes out in July. I think the same day as Superman, so I may have a double feature. Eddington and Superman.
I can't wait for Superman to beat the shit out of Eddington. I can't wait.
It's gonna beat
Eddington. Eddington, man.
Yeah, Eddington. Yeah, Super Eddington.
Eddington the bear.
Eddington. I heard something about Cannes Film Festival. It got divisive feedback. So there you go. Yeah, with the cast that it has, it's ridiculous that it even. Yeah. Oh, Ari Aster hasn't seen the reviews for Eddington. Yeah, no, you're gonna get fucking divisive views, you fucking hack. Anyway,
it'll probably be in my top 3 or my number 1 favorite film of the year, like every.
Oh yeah. You just like to suck on him. You like that, huh? You like that Ari Aster
just like you like to suck on Lost dick.
Lost
you can't argue that.
He likes to suck on Lost dick.
Yeah, yeah. He has to search through the landfill to find lost. Yes, like because the like that's the only place it's in the
By the way,
landfill.
the audience is on my side, so.
Oh yeah, I saw the welcome to Derry. It's okay.
I don't care about this shit. I'm tired.
I don't really give two fucks about
Andy Muschietti CGI bullshit. I'm done with that. I'm
Take
done.
it or leave it.
But yeah, so I really enjoyed bringing her back. I thought, but he did think the Superman trailer was ass. So
That was justifiably ass. First one.
You both like to take it up.
You're just like, ooh, nostalgia, ooh, doggy, ooh, candy.
Tom, remember you were exposed this past Saturday for sucking people's dicks?
I don't remember that episode.
Oh my god!
I think you were in the dream world.
But remember, Tom, it was all for entertainment. It was all for entertainment, so you gotta remember that.
Oh, is that what it was? I totally forget. I don't even know. Was that what it? Oh yeah, somebody said I sucked dicks. I forgot.
Well, it's for entertainment, Tom, so it's okay.
Yeah, but even if I did, why would that be something to be mad at me about?
Well,
is he jealous I didn't suck his? Never mind. Won't go there.
but anyway, I did enjoy what do you call it? What is it? Bring Her Back. I actually removed Sinners as my number one and put Bring Her Back in there now currently. So Bring Her Back is funny enough though. I'll give you a preview. I won't say what is my number one or eight or what my top movies of the year so far are, but I will say 3 out of the 5 are all Warner Bros. Movies. So yeah, yay for David Zaslav.
Piss off. You know, I'm an egotistical heel when it comes to David Zaslav, so.
Yeah, actually wait, I forgot. I can't believe.
Or am I a face because I hate David Zaslav? Because everybody hates David Zaslav.
I just
realized I am a
face. I gotta fucking fix the ranking because I forgot Minecraft is my number one movie of the year.
Not like a Superman trailer versus Chayton bad mouthing Forrest Gump, Scream 2, Shawshank Redemption, Halloween H2O.
But you heard me though. I forgot.
No, David Zaslav fan club. You're the leader of the fucking David Zaslav fan club. Congratulations, Chayton. Congratulations.
Well, I am pro Zaslav. However, I do shit talk him too when necessary.
And you barely do that.
I shit talked him when it came to the fucking Cartoon Network shit and the Looney Tunes shit.
That's minor compared to some of the shit he's done.
Batgirl deserved to be canceled because they had a lot of horrible things.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Oh, have you seen Midsommar? Have you seen Midsommar Hereditary or Beau is Afraid?
Hey, when did I?
Yes, I did. I watched 2 of the 3, and they were.
Well, you haven't seen Beau is Afraid, so you shut your whole mouth until you see that.
Oh, he's gonna have a camp. No, don't get me. No, he's gonna get eaten in the Meg 3. You fucking kidding
That'd be
me?
cool, actually. You know, I would love to be eaten by the big shark in the Meg 3. Come on, Zaslav. My phone's open.
Oh God.
Anyway, but yeah, so Bring Her Back is great. It was my number one, but then I realized Minecraft is actually my number one. So yeah, I had to put Minecraft at number one because it's the greatest film of all time.
My number one's still Sinners.
I swear to God, you're gonna be in fucking Judge Judy one of these days.
Maybe in Judge Judy.
Well, Tom, I was on Judge Judy. Remember this past Saturday?
Chayton dressed like Judge Judy. He had this Judge Judy cosplay. It was trans Chayton. It was the weirdest fucking shit. Shout out to me.
Yeah, I still have it over here. Actually, let me see.
Oh my God!
I can put it on for a few seconds.
Oh no!
We were on Money AD's birthday stream, and Chayton decided to cross-dress. It was the weirdest thing. I don't know. He really got excited.
Oh my God! Damn it! Oh God! Okay. What the? Oh my God! Okay, focus on the subject at hand, Victor. Focus on the subject at hand. You need to go over your topic, and you're gonna do it with Jared. And I waited. Okay, I've waited to talk about this damn show for a while. I've waited to talk about it until it was over, and I figured I was gonna review both seasons, but Jared hasn't exactly gone through all of it yet. He's only gone through as we speak. What the?
Oh wait.
So you finally came out as a transgender.
Whoa.
Yeah, there's my judge outfit from this past Saturday.
Oh God! Okay, no, not the Lost reboot. I'm referring to Andor.
Oh, it's Star Wars. I'm gonna go take a shit.
Andor what?
Okay.
I'll be back. I'm gonna take a shit if it's Star Wars. Anyway, I'm gonna
Take a shit if it's okay. I guess I should probably go with context. People are talking about. Wait a minute! I thought you weren't going to talk about Star Wars publicly anymore. And if you told me about 6 months ago, if about this, you would be right. Remember, last year was a bit of a dark time for Star Wars television, mainly because the fan base and the divisiveness of a show that, frankly, shall remain nameless. And it was just real bad to the point where I was contemplating quitting the Star Wars community.
Oh,
and
you were talking about acolytes?
No. We're talking about Andor, but I'm giving context
Oh,
now.
Andor's great.
But in terms of the acolyte, the divisive feedback it had, it was nasty. People talked nasty. Yeah. It was like, even if you liked it, people talked like, even if you liked it, you talked shit. And if you liked it, you talked shit. If you didn't like it, you talked shit. Go ahead.
See,
Jared.
like I liked the show well enough, and I just hid my opinions because it's just you can't do that with Star Wars anymore.
Well, at least until now.
Yeah.
What do you mean? You could say.
I mean, you can, but it's just like.
Really,
fuck those so Star Wars dick toxic. Suckers. They all act alike. Get it? They act alike.
What did you say, Soren?
Let's be honest, Hunter. Is it really a spoiler if it's a prequel to Rogue One?
You have a point. You have a point.
That's why prequels are.
Spoiler alert: Andor dies.
Why they give that away?
Spoiler alert: Martin Luther King was assassinated.
Spoiler alert, Jalen Erso.
I guess.
Spoiler alert, the
Jalen
Nick
Erso's
Blues and don't make it to the finals.
Erso's not in it either.
Spoiler alert, John dies at the end.
Hey, spoiler alert, the Knicks don't beat the Pacers.
So in terms of this show, when it started back up again, it was when I started this show, it was Star Wars Day. I needed something to do for Star Wars Day. I didn't know what the fuck I was going to do, but I figured, hey, rekindle yourself with a little bit with with Star Wars. I'm like, okay, I don't want to go for the original trilogy now.
Get your R2D2 sex toy out in celebration.
Does it go?
Yeah. When you climax, it goes. Wow!
Get your lightsaber dildo ready.
Jane has a purple lightsaber dildo. He showed us on Money's birthday stream.
Yeah, Tom, that was what Tom sent me.
Yeah, I wanted to show him how big my dick was, but they couldn't handle it.
Yeah, because it was only like 2 centimeters.
No.
God, now this review is gonna be even harder to process. I don't even know half the stuff I'm talking about now. But
yeah,
Star Wars Day, Andor. I was watching on Star Wars Day, and I've given it because I tried to watch it back in 2022 when it launched, and I got past the first 3 episodes. Like, oh, this is real good, and then I just dropped off. I don't know if it was because I wasn't in the mood. I don't know if it was because of the pacing. I don't know what it was, but I came back 3 years later to it. You wanted to say something, Jared?
Oh, no. I was going to have you finish your thought, and then I was going to go into my
personal. Okay.
Yeah.
So I watched it for Star Wars Day, and I'm like, the first episode was, that's pretty good. The second one, yeah, that's pretty good. It was a little slower, but it was still pretty good. Episode 3, I'm just like, holy shit, is it taking off? And then episode 4, I'm like, holy shit. And it just keeps getting better and better and better and better. It keeps getting, and also it helps that I can understand. I feel like Rome, the television series, prepared me for what this show really is. Let's face it, folks. yes, this is a Star Wars show, but at the same time, is it a Star Wars show? To me, this is it is a Star Wars show. It has the Star Wars DNA. Let's make no mistake about it. But what this show really is a prestige television show. It has the prestige format. It has prestige level dialogue and prestige level caliber of acting. This is what this is. This is a prestige show. This
like like Minecraft's a prestige movie.
Oh, for fuck's sake! This show is really the first time where Star Wars feels like it was made. This is the first Star Wars show made for adults. I'll put it that way. This is the first Star Wars show made exclusively for. No, there's no tits in it though. There's
Damn, fuck. Okay, I got excited.
But
no, you have to wait until the last.
To be fair though, the show opens in a brothel. The show opens on a brothel.
That's fair. So it's adult like, yeah.
So. And other stuff in season 2 gets even more adult, but I can't get into that right now because Jared hasn't seen that. But this is the first adult Star Wars show. I'm going to let Jared say his story before I can go any further.
Okay, so my history with the show, so to kind of give context to how I originally started watching the show back when it originally released, I didn't get through it. Now, I will say when Rogue One came out, I'm obviously Rogue One is very important to Andor because it's the reason we have Andor in the first place. I will say controversial. I'm not the biggest Rogue One fan.
I wasn't either. I was not either. I was not one either until I don't know if you did watch Rogue One before you watched Andor, but I suggest when you finish the show, without giving any outcomes away, watch Rogue One again.
I will
watch again.
I am going to plan on doing that because of all the Star Wars movies, I have watched all the Star Wars movies
and I wasn't a fan multiple times. I was not a fan of Rogue One either, to be fair.
I've watched all the Star Wars movies multiple times, but Rogue One is the only one that I can literally say that I have only seen 3 times. Everything else I have probably seen
I seen it the one time when it was out on digital copy or whatever. Before this, the one time.
So that said, not being a big fan of Rogue One, and then the fact that they were making a show based off of one of the characters that I found so boring in Rogue One.
I found the first time I watched it, I found everybody in Rogue One boring.
I just was not excited at all. I had no fanfare for this at all. Like, did I think it could be good and everything? Probably, yeah, but I was definitely of the thought that this wasn't going to be for me. Show comes out, it premiered with the first 2 episodes?
3. I remember correctly, the first 3.
Okay. I put on the first episode back then, and I was bored as fuck. And I just was like, this is not what I need right now. I'm just not interested. And then, so, obviously through the weeks and everything, I'm hearing what people were saying, but I'm still just not really listening to them. I'm not interested. I'm hearing things from my best friend's dad, who is a huge Star Wars fan. He saw, the first movie back when it originally released, and he just was not into Andor at all. And I get it too, because me personally, when the Star Wars that I love is when I don't know, there's the adventure and
I think
just
it does.
the elements of the Force and that kind of stuff.
I do like that too.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I love about this show, watching it now and now knowing everything about it?
Mm-hmm.
It proves that Star Wars could do something different.
And then I obviously with season 2 and people loving it,
I mean,
now
let's
that the
say-
show is complete, I'm
yeah,
like,
now the
okay,
show's over.
I can go into it and watch it finally.
And you know what I think hurt it too? They after the first episode, they put out one episode a week, and I think that was flawed. That was the flawed way to go about it. Season 2 did it a little bit better, how they structured everything. But anyway.
So I watched, the first episode again, and I watched the second one right after that. And I will say, I was more into it, but I was still kind of bored. However, episode 3 hits, and it's so thrilling and fantastic. And I'm kind of like, you know what? Those first 2 episodes are really slow, but they are important in laying the foundation for basically what is a 12-hour movie.
A lot of people how the structure of this season in particular, this season and the next season in particular, you could say these are arcs. There's 4 arcs to each season. Both seasons.
Like McDonald's.
4 hours. 4 are not golden arches, arcs.
Okay.
There's 4 arcs.
And one of the arcs is, well, there is one arc in this season in particular that is one of the best arcs in a TV show I've ever seen.
I mean, yes, it is.
Narkina 5.
Yeah, Narkina 5. Although to be fair, I figured it was gonna be 3 episodes. I'm like, why the fuck is it not over yet after 3 episodes? Why is it not over yet? And because apparently, unless you count episode 7 as a prologue to the arc.
Yeah.
That's when I'm like, okay, but then 4 episodes, I'm like, what? What are you doing, guy who wrote for House of Cards? Because those 4 episodes were written by the fucking creator of House of Cards. Yeah, no joke.
You know what? I would genuinely say of the writers attached to the first season, my least favorite episodes were actually the ones written by Tony Gilroy.
That's weird.
Dan Gilroy's episodes are fucking awesome.
I feel like I will talk about Tony Gilroy as a showrunner for a second. I believe that his vision for the show and what he wants to do, to me, it might piss some fans off because sometimes they completely ignore continuity. But he's just like, fuck it. I'm going to make the story I want to make and worry about the rest.
Well, and you know what? He has people like Pablo Hidalgo.
Yeah, Pablo Hidalgo actually had to consult him. Obviously he's listed in the credits to help him, if anything. But sometimes, in year 2 in particular, sometimes he just throws stuff away and just makes it his own thing. This man has a vision for everything. He made a fucking series Bible for the entire run. And the writer's room, you want to know how long it was? I think for the first season, it was only 3 to 4 days to break the entire season down. Wow. That's incredible. And, of course, Tony Gilroy is the creator and head writer. His brother, Dan, Nightcrawler, Dan Gilroy, Bill Willerman from House of Cards, and I forget what's the other writer.
Also, I think Tony and Dan's, they have another brother who was editing.
He edits and he's an executive producer on this show.
So yeah.
So this is a family affair we're talking about here. And the writing on this show, I'm going to say this right now. The writing on Andor, in terms of just characterization and dialogue, this is the best dialogue for any Star Wars project, period.
I completely agree. There's nothing compares to some of the dialogue on here.
Nothing. Oh, the other writer was actually the original showrunner of Andor before Tony Gilroy came in, Stephen Schiff, who was going to do Falcon and Winter Soldier, then he got fucking replaced. But he was supposed to be the original showrunner for Andor. But what happened was that Tony Gilroy sent an email to Kathleen Kennedy saying, this guy's vision fucking sucks. I have one better. And they fired him and went with Gilroy. He said, trust me, I know what I'm doing. And And believe it or not, and Tony Gilroy, I've seen a bunch of interviews with the cast and crew since this because like my brain is filled with Andor right now. Like I've been sucking up every single amount of content, especially with Gilroy if I can. He has said on record several times, this show does not get made without Kathleen Kennedy.
Oh yeah.
It is. She was supported from beginning to end, and people fucking shit on her all the time. This is the reason why people are like, oh no, she's off the side because Tony Gilroy is a legend. But like, without her, this show doesn't get made. You got to give her credit for something, you know? And Kathleen, he dared Kathleen for him to write a scene about Andor being in a brothel. And she said, go for it. She just said, fucking go for it. She was completely supportive of his vision, and that's why this show is as acclaimed as it is. It really is. I mean, the dialogue and the writing. You know how Star Wars, for the most part, regardless of writer, if it's Lucas or Abrams or Rian Johnson or Chris Terrio, it feels very pulpish, very Flash Gordon serial-like.
Yes. Which I mean, to be fair, is what Lucas was originally, that's what he wanted Star Wars to be.
Gilroy's case, the reason why it works so well, because this show, people talk like people. People talk like people. This scenario, there are no Jedi in this series. There are no Sith in this series. Palpatine's mentioned only maybe 5 or 6 times throughout the entire 2-year run. This story feels real. This feels like hard sci-fi, not fantasy kind of sci-fi like Star Wars really, but this is hard sci-fi.
It also leans farther into like because obviously Lucas was not only just influenced by, Flash Gordon serials, but he was influenced by World War II. So what this show does, it is heavily influenced by the rise of, fascism and stuff in Germany at the time. And so
I'm going to put this on the screen just in case, because we cannot talk about Andor without getting into politics. Like we said before, like Tom said before, this Star Wars has always been political. So I'm putting this on the screen just in case.
So yeah, the show does explore that, and it really does a great job of seeing. Obviously, I haven't watched season 2, but you see the roots of rebellion. There is one character in this season. She says that everybody has their own rebellion, and that is
that right?
Huh?
Does Biggs or Kayla say that?
Is it Kayla? She's in Game of Thrones. The actress is. So I'm guessing it's her.
No. That would be no.
It's when they're on the Scottish Highlands.
Oh no! So Val, I think, says that, right?
Does Val the girl.
That?
Yes.
Yeah, it's Val.
She says everybody has their own rebellion, and that is just such a fantastic line because everybody has some sort of beef with the Empire or with the order of things, and it's like-minded people like that give rise to
and also
this cause.
I want to mention Luke Hall for a second. He's the production designer and also gets promoted to executive producer in year 2 because Tony Gilroy said he was very important in the writing process because the production design on this show is fucking insane. There is no stagecraft. There is no volume on this show. So everything feels real.
I saw an interview with Tony Gilroy, he was asked why he didn't use the volume, and he's like, we have those tools at our disposal, but the problem was that when you use the volume, you're doing all your post-production first, basically, to craft
Mhm.
the scene. And he wanted to, get to, actually shooting.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though, and because I think it's the most expensive Star Wars show, and I think all the money's on the screen. I mean, like, yeah, there's like less visual effects than say the Mandalorian, but the cinematography feels more cinematic than Mando ever was because the volume. Let's face it,
Yes.
you can sometimes see what the fucking volume looks like, and you can tell, oh, this is shot on the volume.
Yeah. You know what movie I could tell was also shot on the volume? Ant-Man.
Yeah.
But yeah, this show looks so freaking good. Also, in terms of like certain like standout characters that I've quite enjoyed.
Yeah, let's talk about the characters for a second.
I can't remember his name right off of the top of my head.
I could probably help, but who is it?
Skinny guy.
Skinny guy who
in the beginning really wants to get Andor.
Oh, Cyril?
Cyril is.
Why did you call him skinny guy? You could have said military guy.
I don't know, because he's just.
He kind of looked like Jack Quaid at first to me.
It's like he's just like this kind of annoying character in the beginning and stuff, and you kind of feel bad for him. And
I think there's a purpose to his character, but I cannot say what it is right now until we get
also. I love like when he's trying to hunt down Andor in like episode 3. He gathers all his guys together, and like they're gonna. He's trying to give like. Or this one guy gives like a big like speech and everything, and he's very commanding. And then Cyril is just like, "Yeah, let's go and
I would say
let's go and get him." I guess.
I don't know if you know his purpose on the story. I don't know if I don't know. I would be hinting at season 2 though if I said this. I guess we should probably hold off for now because I feel like there's a greater purpose.
I know there's big things for him in season 2, but that's about it.
Yeah, but like like he what you know about him in the first season is that his mother is even more annoying.
Oh my god! I feel so. This is why I feel so sorry for him.
My God, his mother's fucking obnoxious. Jesus Christ, I'm saying the same thing.
And he's just, over there eating his Trix cereal.
Tricks are not for kids. Yeah. I agree. Any other characters that stand out for you in the first year?
Luthen Rail, played by
Skarsgård. Unbelievable. We all know the speech. We all know the fucking speech.
Yes. In fact, it is in what I would consider the best episode of the season, which is
the one where Andor tries to escape from the prison alongside
yep.
Andy Serkis. Unbelievable in this.
Fucking incredible.
And he is not wearing a mocap suit. It's just him. But wow.
This whole arc is one of the by far the best crafted arc.
I think this or the last arc.
Oh man.
And I love the shit on Aldani too. Oh my god, what's the Val and Cinta and the guy from the Bear?
Mm-hmm.
The Thing.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that is him.
That's a great movie.
Oh god.
I'm trying to
great. But like it's just the beginning arc of it. Like it takes you a while, but the rest of the arc
it does. I would definitely say that I prefer the second half over it once, like.
But that's when you start.
I think once the Aldani plot starts moving forward, that is where I'm like fully like hooked into the show. But again, like the whole stuff with him on the prison, because like he gets a 6-year sentence.
Yes, 6
For,
years on
like,
Narkina 5.
really doing
nothing. He did nothing, and that's how it goes to show that the Empire, they just don't give a fuck.
I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah,
All right.
it's shown because they don't give a fuck. They'll arrest anybody that they have to just because.
Also, I want to say this too. When I was watching the stuff on Narkina 5, that stuff was, to me, very obviously influenced by George Lucas's first film, THX.
I think Tony Gilroy has said this too. I think he did.
Not only it's like the outfits, but like the fact that the guys in this prison are just doing the same menial tasks.
I don't know if you noticed this. Do you know what they're building? Do you know what that is when they're with all these objects they're building? Do you know what that is?
I think so.
We'll just guess. Just say. I know the answer, but guess.
Isn't it the Death Star? Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Death Star.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I didn't notice that my first viewing.
The end of the show.
The end of after the end credits for the season finale, they show here comes the Death Star.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler: here comes the Death Star. Even though we all know what the
they
Death
even
Star
talk
is.
about like what exactly are they, building and stuff, or and it's so. Everything's just so really well crafted.
And also here's like the reason why it started so slow, but you know why the pacing is deliberate, even though to me, considering some of our stuff that I'll get into later, like even though I don't think it's very deliberate, but people will think it's deliberate. The reason why it's deliberate is because the show event it wants you to care. It makes you care about these people. That's what it does. That's the show's goal. It makes you care because the slow build up and everything, and knowing everything about them, it makes you want to care.
The only thing to me that I'm still not sold on at this point, but I have heard that with season 2 I will be sold on is I find Cassian Andor to still be the least interesting character in the show.
Watch the second season.
That is what I have been told.
But to me, I'm going to say this right now. This is more of a nitpick now.
Mm-hmm.
The show shouldn't have been called Andor. It should have been called something like Star Wars Rebellion or something like that. Some other title. I know they named it Andor because of brand recognition. I know that. But this show is about so much more than Andor. It really is. It really is about all these people and this group of people who are just like you or me and just don't give. They can't get they cannot how am I putting this? That they are so pissed off with the Empire and they're fucking done with them and they're gonna do something about it. That's what this show's about.
Also, with the end of the show, I am so happy, like basically that speech hologram that
Marva,
that Aunt, as I call her, Aunt Petunia.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
As that she gives, obviously her final line is "Fight the Empire."
But Tony Gilroy wrote "Fuck the Empire,"
which I think would have been
No, I think they should have let it be "Fuck the Empire."
I think it would have been a horrible mistake.
No, I think they should have let it because fuck it. People are like, oh, Star Wars is not going to be for kids. No, fuck you. This show's for adults. Who cares?
Yeah, fuck you. We're adults. Oh, sorry, I just came back.
The word "fuck" in it.
Yeah, sorry, I just came back.
Let's face it too. WandaVision did it first. That was the first MCU project to say the word "fuck." It's Darcy who says "fuck."
I was going
she gets sucked into the hex. She says "fuck," and yet Star Wars, no, they can't say the word "fuck," or else it's not for kids no more.
I thought it was Guardians 3.
No,
yeah, but here's the problem, Victor.
Darcy says it first.
These people that say that are under this false impression that kids still watch Star Wars. and they're wrong.
That's true. A lot of
Kids don't watch Star Wars
I
anymore.
mean, some kids do. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah,
not
because their
a lot.
parents make them, and they're like, "Oh, watch this old thing again."
But to me, this is Star Wars for adults. I know some people say, "Yeah, it was a right decision." Just others say, "Fight the Empire." I just wish they should have just left it alone and just said, "Fuck the Empire."
But Victor, do you know what kids do watch?
What do they do? Watch? No, goodbye.
Also, I talked about this.
Minecraft the movie.
We talked about this a little bit before we started the show, but I'm just kind of happy that this show is like, the seasons are 12 episodes. Like, I miss when shows were like.
And the show, like, you think that, because of its
longer than 10
these episodes are going to be long. No,
Hey,
not
Victor,
that long. They range from like 40
Can I ask a
minutes.
question?
Yeah.
Why did
Go ahead.
they drop 3 episodes? I was surprised. I'm not
I'm
angry
not
about
gonna
it.
say we're talking only about season 1 today because Jared hasn't gone for that point. But I will explain there is a reason why. Okay, Gilroy did say this before the season premiered, so I'm just gonna ruin it because he said it before the season premiered. Season 2 is the last 4 years of everybody's lives before Rogue One. It's because the show begins on 5 BBY, 5 years before Battle of Yavin. Season 2's first arc, 4 BBY. The second arc, 3 BBY. So on, so forth. That's why that's how they grouped it in 3 every time for the season.
So you're basically getting. So it was nice because you're basically getting, a miniature, a mini movie.
A mini movie. Or well, technically it would be a movie.
Yeah, it would be a movie.
But because here's the thing. The reason why Tony Gilroy did this is because originally he wanted Andor to last 5 years, but then he had conversations with Diego Luna, who obviously plays Andor, and he said, I think he said this to him, I will be 60 by the time we're finished. Because
Are you sure he said that? I thought he said, I don't know if Star Wars is going to be around in 5 years if we keep making shitty stuff.
I think people would, it's supposed to be a younger Andor. We wouldn't, if they took forever getting all 5 seasons out, and plus I think the pacing would have been even worse. Would be too much padding, too much filler. Season 2 is perfectly paced as it stands. But back to season 1 for a minute. I feel like there's this, especially when that fight breaks out, the rebellion finally, after Marva has her speech and everybody goes crazy, I'm just like, that is such, you just waiting for the spark to ignite, the spark of rebellion. I know that's Star Wars Rebels, but the spark of rebellion to, for everybody on Ferrix to just fight the Empire, and it just happens. It was like, this is satisfying. But even though Ferrix got taken down pretty bad, a lot of people got killed, I just feel like their fight, it's like, we're not avoiding this shit anymore. We're gonna fight as much as it takes to defeat the Empire, and I think that's powerful. It really
fight is. Round 1.
And then I feel like this showed us, and Gilroy has said this too, even though especially with year 2, but I'm gonna some of it in season 1 as well, that it when you think about some of the events in the show, it reminds you what's happening in real life. I know Gilroy didn't necessarily take these topical issues and put them in the show just to, put him in there. He was inspired by the Russian Revolution primarily. And he said this show is pretty much him retelling the Russian Revolution in Star Wars. I mean, he loves history and some of the writers too love this kind of history background. And that's what it is. That's what the show is. It's kind of a history. It's just incredible. I mean, I wish I could say more. I mean, it's just
next week you'll be able to, because I will have finished season 2.
But I will say that when we review season 2, I'm trying not to be as spoilerific as possible. Season 2, I don't give a fuck. We're ruining everything because I don't know how I can talk about year 2 when you look at
honestly, I might go back and talk about some season 1 stuff again too.
Because I'm trying to restrain myself, because most of what I think, because it's always with humans, you always remember the last thing you saw rather than the first. And I remember season 2 more because I watched it all in a quick succession. Although I had to wait 3 days because Disney Plus didn't put out the last 3 episodes until I got off the show last week. But it is so good. And I'm not going to give anything away. I'm just hinting at what's to come. I'm hinting at this, Jared.
He's giving a teaser like the Superman trailer.
It's not a teaser, but like,
it's
well, two
foreplay.
things. One,
It's
Ben
foreplay.
Mendelsohn is in season 2, but I think you might have known.
Yeah,
that.
I knew that.
Second, a character that is kind of relatively minor in the first season starts to kind of rise in season 2. I will not say their name.
Yoda?
Mhm.
No, not Yoda. Yoda's not in the show. Yoda is in hiding. This is after Order
Oh
66.
yeah.
He is in hiding.
69.
Oh God. He's in whatever the fuck the gooey planet is called. Oh God, I've been a long time.
Town.
No, I've been a long time since The Empire Strikes Back. What the fuck's the
The
planet?
gooey planet. That's a weird way to
Dagobah.
Dagobah.
Okay.
Well, I'm just warning everybody right now. Season
It's
2.
the first
next
time I
week-
ever heard someone
Yes,
call it gooey
Darth Vader
planet.
is not in it at all, and Palpatine isn't. Although Palpatine is referenced, Vader is not
Palpatine.
referenced.
I love Palpatine.
Yeah, but like the stuff that happened, like it is a hard show to describe without getting into it. But I love these characters. It just, and also the score is unlike anything Star Wars has done.
Oh
'cause
yeah, I agree. I like the
the
music. they
score,
did
the
for that.
music is
It has like
again,
a retro feel.
modern prestige television music.
I feel like I got a lot of like retro vibe, original Star Wars.
Take a drink every time Vic says prestige.
Oh God.
You know what I
He
think?
says
I
prestige
think the
more than
shot.
in the prestige movie.
I haven't seen season 2 yet, but I did see season 1. And the shots that they used,
The cinematography is unbelievable. I already said this. It's unbelievable.
yeah, so
Because
good.
they did not use the volume. I feel like also I know, Jared, you like the stuff that Dave Filoni does, but I'm glad he wasn't a director because everything would look
Like a
still, too
Dave-
still. It would
Dave
look too
Jabroni.
stilted, and they wouldn't allow. Like Dave Filoni does, like shoot scenes, especially if he's with the volume, where they just like, why are you standing around? Why are you standing around? Interact. I've seen, especially in the book of Boba Fett, I noticed.
Oh,
this.
I love Dave Filoni. And I love his
I don't hate him. I'm just
ideas
saying
and stuff. I will say that I do not think that he is the best live action director because he just
They should have did
he
the
doesn't
Dutch
know
angle.
how to he doesn't know how to use space as much and everything.
Are y'all still
Favreau knows how to use space a little bit more. Favreau has been working directing for years, and he
See-
knows that a little bit better.
Whoa!
And-
It flashed with your hair and then it went away. Did you
Oh my
shave
God.
again?
Are y'all still talking about Andor?
Yeah, I'm still talking.
No,
but I
we're
will say
talking about
this.
the Dutch angle.
I will say this: if you
Just
are
let y'all
dece-
know, like y'all took so long to talk about it, I was able to go take a shower, take a shit, take a shower, comb my hair, put my clothes on.
I didn't take
Yeah.
that.
Oh, by the
long.
way,
think we're
I actually
nearly
ran across
done.
the street. I ran across the street during that time. I got myself a drink, something to eat. I went to the bathroom and I came back and you guys were still
I
talking
will
about it.
say,
Shit, I probably
if
could have
you
went
are
straight to
if
cigarettes.
you are desensitized to Star Wars and everything, you're just tired of it. Like, for lack of a better term, if you're a fucking hater, watch this show.
Yeah, if you're a
This
bitch
show
ass.
will give you faith that the Star, because this show ultimately what it did, it brought back, because was so sick of
It gave
everything
you
that was
religion?
going
That's
on.
crazy.
No, it gave me
It
religion,
gave
but
him
like,
religion.
but like it grew back my love of Star Wars. At the end of year 2, I'm just like, I love Star Wars. I just love it, and this show.
But you get a
proves that you
tattoo
could do
expressing your love
something
for Star Wars.
different with Star
Yeah.
Wars. You don't have to bring in everybody and make it feel like a fucking fan fiction, right? You can make, like, the characters that are made specifically for this show are so good that you don't need fucking Yoda or Galen Erso or anybody like that. Although Saw Gerrera does appear in this show, but Saw is there primarily to set up stuff in Rogue One and set up why Saw is so fucking crazy. And Forrest Whitaker, he's just as good as ever as Saw. I mean, the stuff. I can't even do the Saw voice. I can't.
the rebellion. Save the dream.
But yeah, I love this show and I love the first season. I will say a little bit of nitpick about the episode the Narkina 5 arc, that it's 4 episodes. I'd be like, oh, I didn't expect it to be 4 episodes instead of 3. But I feel like if you count episode 7, which is the star of the arc, as just a prologue, and then episode 8 is the star of the arc, I think it flows a little bit better, in my opinion. It's a transitional episode. But we haven't even talked about Mom Mothra yet. We haven't talked about Mom.
Yeah.
We haven't even talked about Mom.
Oh God,
She's awesome. That actress is
Fantastic.
fantastic. The relationship with her husband, he's interesting to
all right,
me.
guys. While you talk about this, I'm gonna go read the Bible. I'll be right back.
Yeah. I'm gonna go have sex right
The
now.
BIBL.
By the time y'all are done, I'll probably
I
finish.
mean-
so yeah.
They've been masturbating over this movie for the last hour.
Show,
It's
not a
crazy.
movie.
Oh,
I mean, I'm pretty much said my spiel, I think. but-
I just forgot to mention Mom.
Victor
Yeah.
hasn't come yet. We need to give him a few more minutes.
Go in it.
Trust me, if you thought this week was bad, watch season 2. Next week, I will just blow. I'm gonna have to go first because
So you're not gonna talk about season 2 tonight? Why not rip it like a Band-Aid?
no, because Jared hasn't watched it yet. I can't rip that
No, let me
Band-Aid.
finish.
I
Okay.
gotta finish. And you know what?
Alright.
After this, honestly, this weekend, I'm probably gonna watch the entire show again because it only takes you like roughly, I think the first season, like 9 hours plus 9 hours, pretty much take you an entire
it's like
day
a
to watch
good porno that
Andor.
you just want to download and watch again.
Well, I'm gonna try to watch The Righteous Gemstone because people have been wanting me to watch
But I'm
it.
telling you, Chase,
I'll watch the
give
sequel.
Andor a chance. Give it a
Nah,
chance.
I'm good.
No, it's critically acclaimed for a reason. People are saying this might win the Emmy this year, and I would love it if it did.
I heard good things about Andor season 1, and I just, I like, again, I'm not like fucking a lot of these Star Wars fans who bitch and moan for all days in. I just don't care. Like the love has been beaten out of me. So
Here's the thing: the love got beaten out of me once the divisive shit happened last year, but it got back into me again. But again, I can't.
like the only Star Wars, the only new Star Wars shit I watch like clips of, I'll go back and watch like Vader's entire like scenes in Obi-Wan because that was such great. That was so
Obi-Wan, a mediocre show. This is better.
Obi-Wan was great. What is your
Obi-Wan was
mediocre?
great. You
Dude, I just listened to you come on
Completely
stream.
mediocre.
And
Yeah.
now you're going Obi-Wan
Yeah,
was
like,
mediocre.
5 hours.
2-hour movie stretched out to 6 hours.
We
Dude,
listened
we all-
we listened to you for 5 hours coming on this stream.
Yeah,
It's
now you're
everyone's
telling me
weaker
Obi-Wan
Disney
was
Star Wars
mediocre.
project. Are you kidding me?
Oh my God, just get it out of your system so we can move on.
Yeah.
That's
just
it.
come-
That's all I'm
just
going to
come
talk about.
already.
Because season 2 is really when I'm going to get here, so I'm done for now.
Oh, so
Yeah.
are you gonna come hard?
So he's not coming yet. He just fucking edged the entire time.
So,
Next
so
week he's
pre-
gonna
Give us
pre-com.
blue balls. You little fuck, you giving us blue balls.
Yeah, I give you blue balls. Wait till next week. And by the way,
I agree, Jose.
Yeah,
you haven't
Jose
even
makes
watched
a great
it.
point.
You haven't even fucking watched the chain.
You haven't even watched Goes
You're
Afraid.
one to
So you
talk.
shut your whole
You're
mouth.
one to talk. Yeah, you're Chan to defend
Shut
me
your whole
again.
mouth.
Thank
You haven't
you.
seen Goes
Defend me
Afraid.
again. Defend me, buddy. Defend me.
Anyway.
Okay, let's get to the main subject. It's funny because Jared, we're in such camaraderie with this Andor review, and now I'm about to.
I know. I
fucking
saw
heart.
your review.
I'm about to break your little pieces because we're going to talk about fucking Nam. We're going to talk about this 3-hour. It didn't need to be 3-hour movie.
3-hour masterpiece.
But it is a 3-hour masterpiece.
Here comes the infighting. This is the Deer Hunter.
Thursday at 8, KCOP is proud to present the most acclaimed motion picture of our time. Winner of 5 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Achievement in Direction. Starring Robert De Niro, Christopher Walken, Meryl Streep, and John Savage. Thursday at 8, The Deer Hunter. Michael Cimino's epic masterpiece presented with fewer interruptions. Viewer discretion advised. The Deer Hunter, Thursday at 8 on Channel 13.
And
You
that was the
fucking
old.
kidding me? Can I before you say something?
Now I know what happened to
that was a
Brandy's mom.
television. That was an ad for a television show.
I couldn't
that was
find
going
a
to
TV
be.
spot.
No, I
couldn't
don't. I'm
find
not
it.
saying that. I'm shocked. Could you imagine watching that on television? It's already 3 hours. You're gonna have commercials.
Oh my
God,
god,
it's
it's so much
epic.
fucking lame. I have so much to say about this fucking lame. Oh, yeah, thank you, Tanner. You're a little bit delayed there, but yeah, thank you very much. The Deer Hunter is a 1978 American epic war drama directed by a self-indulgent filmmaker named Michael Cimino. Screenplay by Derek Weisbaum with uncredited rewrites by Michael Cimino. Story by Derek Washburn. That's his name, Washburn. Michael Cimino, Louis A. Garfinkel. Not Garfunkel.
A Garfinkel.
And Quinn K. Reddecker. It sounds like Fred Decker, who is a hack, but anyway, produced by Marty Spillkicks. What is with these weird names today?
Marty
Michael
Milkcakes. What the
Spillkicks, Michael Dealey, Michael Cimino, and John Perville, starring Robert De Niro, John Cazale, John Savage, Christopher Walken, Meryl Streep, George DeSanza, and a couple other people that I cannot name. Released. Oh, I forgot to mention, this is the first Oscar bait movie. You want to know why? It was released on December 8th, 1978 in New York and Los Angeles only.
Yep.
And then wide release February 23rd, 1979 by Universal Pictures in the United States and Canada and EMI Films internationally. Budget $15 million. It made $49 million worldwide. Oh, God. Yeah, this is the birth of the... we'll probably get to that because, the Oscar bait, that's my fucking favorite.
If you look at, like, all of the, like, Vietnam War movies that came out and stuff, I'm pretty sure this is the first one to be released after the Vietnam War. So...
There are much better movies about the Vietnam
War.
War.
Coming home.
I mean, I think that this is great about the Vietnam War.
Full Metal Jacket. What are you, Gene Siskel? No, not Gene Siskel. You're Roger Ebert. Do you hate Full Metal Jacket?
I would say that there are better movies about the Vietnam War, but not as. But I think this is the best movie about the effects of Vietnam when you get back home.
Oliver Stone, Born on the 4th of July. Apparently, I haven't seen it, but apparently that's what it does.
Stone. Is that what you just said?
Yeah, the director, Oliver Stone.
I didn't know I watched it. I didn't realize he directed it.
No, I'm talking about the Born on the 4th of July.
Born on the 4th of July.
Which he did
I was
direct.
like, what the fuck?
He also directed Platoon, as a matter of fact.
All right.
The premise in 1968, Michael, Nick, and Steven, lifelong friends from working class Pennsylvania steel town, prepare to ship out overseas following Steven's elaborate wedding. Oh, God, I have to get to that fucking scene. And one final group hunting trip. In Vietnam, their dreams of military honor are quickly shattered by the inhumanities of war. Even those who survive are haunted by the experience, such as is Nick's hometown sweetheart, Linda. 8.1 out of 10 on IMDb, 86% on Rotten Tomatoes, 91%. No, that's on Just Watch. What is it on fucking Metacritic? I don't know. I don't have Metacritic up. I should have had it up, but you know what? Fuck it. The Deer Hunter Metacritic. Have a look. 90. I'm seeing 90, and then I think it's 4.2 on Letterboxd. Could be 4.1, but I think it's 4.2. Okay. Okay. How am I going to say this? All right. I'll talk about the things I liked about it first before I get into what I think about most of it. I do believe that there are some brilliant stuff in this movie. I think De Niro and especially Christopher Walken are brilliant in this movie. They're brilliant.
I'm shocked that
they could have used a little more cowbell.
Oh, God. Would you say, Jared?
I'm shocked that De Niro wasn't nominated for this.
I'm shocked as well.
I think it's I wouldn't rank this as like a top 5, but at least like a top 10.
Robert De Niro was nominated. He was nominated.
Whoops.
Oh, he was. Okay. Never mind.
I agree with what you're saying, though. I think he did great, but I also want to say Victor.
Yes.
I understand like everybody else, but like the stars of the show are there to shine. Not everybody can be. You got to remember something. When you have an all-time great actor, it's like wrestling. like everyone else is going to look subpar just because of how good the other person is. Like somebody's gonna.
I never said anything about anything. You say that to Jared because that's what he was talking about.
No,
I
I
was
thought you. Oh, maybe I misheard. Was it
yeah,
Jared
you misinterpreted everything that I just said.
No, maybe so. Jared, I thought I heard you say it, but it was Jared who said it.
Yeah, I was just saying that this is. I absolutely like love this performance. I wouldn't put it as like in his top 5 best performances,
Yes,
but at least his top 10.
So I think he did great. I think what happens with a guy like that, like I was saying, and I guess I'll just say it. When you got an actor who's basically in his prime, and then you got everyone else who's like up and coming or the actor
wasn't
sucked.
popular. Streep was, I think she already popular at the time.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when they suck all the money for the fucking movie, you don't really have a pool to pick from for everyone else to support the movie. So you kind of get what you get. And yeah, you get like some gems in the rough, but for the most part, it's really hard to compete. So I don't blame the rest of the cast for subpar performance.
I don't think they're subpar. Walken's terrific in this.
No, I'm saying everybody else.
Yeah, Meryl Streep. I don't get why she was nominated. I really don't, because she doesn't.
That is one where
she's barely in this movie.
Yeah, she's barely in the movie.
Yeah, she got nominated. She got nominated because of her name.
I mean, come on. I mean, I understand maybe Kramer versus Kramer, but not this.
Yeah, I think Hollywood was trying to push her to be like a really popular female actor.
And she eventually did become that, but like, come on now.
I don't think her performance definitely should have been nominated. I agree. I just think Hollywood was looking for a woman actor to hang their coat on. And
it's how it is. That's just kind of how it is.
It's
always been that way. But I will say she's not bad, but I'm like, this performance is nothing special. Like Meryl Streep has done more showy roles compared to this, at least to me. But I also will say this too. The Vietnam section of this movie, forget about it. That's the best part of the entire movie.
It's the best Vietnam stuff I've ever seen in a movie.
Platoon, but close enough.
Platoon was not realistic at all.
No, Platoon was about as realistic. It's about it was Oliver Stone's experience. That was all of his experience.
Yeah, it's just I didn't feel. I watched it. To me, like if you're watching those World War II movies, a lot of them do a really good.
World War II. We're talking about the Vietnam
No,
War.
I know, but what I'm telling you is, if I could finish,
okay,
is they put you inside of you feel like you're a soldier with the crew in those movies. They give you like. It's almost like you're traveling with the squad. You get this perspective. Band of Brothers did it. Saving Private Ryan did it. And the Pacific did it. I know those are shows, but there's other movies I'm just not forgetting. But those World War II movies put you in the shoes of the soldiers, and it felt like you were there with them as you were experiencing the war.
And
I didn't get that with Platoon. I didn't. Maybe it's just me.
To me, I feel like most of it, because the Charlie Sheen character is supposed to be Oliver Stone. I feel like that whole movie is in his perspective. I think maybe that's why you feel a little bit different from everybody else.
Maybe that's the problem.
It was about his experience.
Yes,
but
maybe that was
I don't know about Born on the 4th of July. Maybe Born on the 4th of July, which is not about him, but it's about Vietnam. Maybe that will hook you better.
Yeah, the Vietnam movies aren't as good as the
Full Metal
World War II
Jacket
movies.
too. You're just right there. Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket was kind of weird because that opening scene with the fucking training camp made no sense and it screwed the movie up.
I prefer the first half over the second half. It's always
really. I hated the first half. I thought this was stupid.
I love both halves, but the first
I could have done without it.
I think the first half informs the second half and makes the second half
and look
as
at fucking
powerful
tragic.
as it is.
Vincent D'Onofrio is in that movie. Just still one of his best.
Oh, the acting is great in that movie. I'm just talking about pure Vietnam experience. I never got the same experience with the Vietnam movie.
Yeah, and again, I'm gonna have a fucking hot take now. Here goes. I haven't seen Apocalypse Now. I know. Here comes
that's another.
What the fuck?
Yeah. You
get the fuck out of here. You fake.
Watch the theatrical cut only.
That's what I've heard.
You should watch it. But here's the thing. Even that isn't going to give you that war experience. It's a great movie.
Okay, I will say this though, but the Vietnam section of this movie is just unbelievable. It's
Oh,
unbelievable.
it is good. Yeah, don't get me wrong.
I think that, like, obviously we'll talk more about the Russian roulette scene, but I love how
Oh
the
my
Russian roulette
God.
scene, it because of the feelings around, because this movie's being made very soon after the end of Vietnam.
Yeah, they pulled out of Vietnam like maybe 6-7 years before this.
And so
that's another
basically the idea of Russian roulette, where at any point you could be the one being shooting yourself.
Yes,
and it's a gamble. Going to Vietnam, that was a gamble for anyone that was involved. And so
you didn't really have a choice. You didn't have a choice.
Yeah, you didn't have a choice. It was draft.
Yeah, it's very like symbolic in that way, and I think that is just incredible. It is also fun that I shouldn't say fun, but
it's not fun. That scene.
It's funny that
it's
they
interesting.
Are
interesting
they're
would
doing
be
Russian roulette while these characters are actually all of Russian descent.
Okay, I didn't catch that, but you're right. Yeah,
that they are all.
The characters are.
They're all
the
Greek
actors, but the characters are all of Russian descent.
So I wanted to add, because you said like the two things. So I think the two issues with the movie, and why I think, number one, the Oliver Stone experience is great. But
that's Platoon. We're not talking about Platoon. We're talking about the Deer Hunter. We're not talking about Platoon now.
I'm so confused what we're talking about. I thought
we're
we were
talking about the Deer Hunter. We're not.
No, I know, but I thought we were talking about Platoon
right
now.
We're not talking about Platoon anymore. I threw that away. We're talking about the Deer Hunter now with the Russian roulette stuff and the Vietnam and all that stuff. We're talking about that, not Platoon.
Okay,
anymore.
you guys jump around like crazy.
I know, but I felt like Platoon is a better movie about Vietnam. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, okay, so I'll leapfrog that then. Back to what we were originally talking about. My issues with I guess Vietnam movies in general is they focus so much on a person in particular, and they don't tell you the full scope of the war. And the fact that some of these movies, they aren't coming out nowadays, hurts it, because you don't really get a good look at a war unless it's retrospectively looked at, years later, and you get the full scope of everything. And nowadays with technology, you could really make a good Vietnam movie with like
they tried to do a modern one. It's called The Thin Red Line. It fucking sucked because Terrence Malick is just a screensaver bullshit. Hunters is what I'm saying. They were, but overall, Apocalypse Now might be one of my favorite Vietnam movies. Now that you guys mentioned it, I forgot about it. But this movie was not. I could tell you that. But it had great scenes, and it's long, and it's something I'd probably watch again. And it's 3 hours, so that's the issue. I even told Chayton, I was like, this fucking movie's 3 hours. Okay. Before I get to my flaws, I want to say a couple of things real fast. The Vietnam section of this movie, I will tell you this right now.
How long did the Vietnam section last, would you say?
I say about 25 minutes.
It is 25 minutes.
That's stupid. That's so dumb.
But I'm going to say this right now. That whole scene, that whole section made me physically ill. And I think that was intentional. It made me physically ill. It just made me sick.
I think what is about like what this movie is, if you look at like what the structure is, because as again 3-hour movie, but 25 minutes of it is Vietnam. It's more about, because again we'll end up talking about the whole wedding stuff, but see how life is before then. You see like how these guys
get that, but at the same time, they should
and
have executed it better and not do a fucking wedding for over an hour of the runtime.
Hold on. You're seeing this innocence, and they're like really gung-ho about going over and fighting the war, fighting the good fight and everything. And then, so like you see before they go to war, and then you see the that section and how it completely breaks them, and then
And I get that.
the rest of the
Yeah,
movie,
it's supposed to be chaotic. That's the
them,
point.
like
It's supposed to
dealing
break
with it.
them. I get it.
People that came back from Vietnam, a lot of them did not feel like heroes at all.
Yeah, and the public
due
didn't
to
tell
what they experienced.
the public basically treated them like different because their parents were treated.
They feel different, and I think Michael, I think he feels very different coming home and stuff, like something is missing.
Yeah, but and I like,
well, they didn't win the war either. That doesn't help.
Also, too, I feel like that's another thing the movie does well. It handles the PTSD of these three guys incredible, particularly Walken. It just breaks your heart. It really does. It just makes you feel really sad, and you feel bad about with the scene where he can't remember where, like, his parents, like, that shit's devastating. It's just.
Do you think that this movie came out too soon after the war?
No.
Again,
the problem is that the movie structure and the editing and the writing is not good.
because I feel like this movie was trying to highlight trauma, as you said. They're trying to highlight trauma post-war and that whole structure. But because the movie came out while he was relatively still young, and during the time, like, you don't really get an idea of his life. Like, he's still alive now as we speak. They could have easily have come out with this nowadays, and it probably would have been better, and it probably wouldn't have been 3 hours.
And it would have been 3 fucking hours. Well, it would be at least maybe 2.5, but that's fine.
Or HBO could have made a series and shot it with
maybe if they didn't stretch it out like a motherfucker with
Vietnam could have been an episode rather than a blip.
Maybe two. Two.
Yeah,
but
it felt like the editing was weird, and then they didn't focus on things I would have preferred for them to focus on. But I do like the trauma thing. I wrote down that.
I do like that you see the consequence. I just wish it was just executed a little bit better. I really do. Feel like,
think about it. Back then, nobody really talked about, like, survivor's guilt. Nobody talked about the trauma that comes along with it. And I feel like
the reason why a lot of people claim, because back then none of this shit was being talked about.
Yeah.
This is a very provocative movie for its time. Now it's not very provocative, except for maybe the Russian roulette scene. To me, it's not really that provocative. But at the time, it was, because people weren't talking about this shit. And for that, I do respect adding to that conversation, starting that conversation. I respect it. But why the fuck do we need a wedding for almost an entire hour of the runtime?
I know.
Barely anything happens in it.
Why is the wedding longer than the fucking Vietnam scene?
Why? Michael Cimino fucking shot the shit. The wedding scene. It took him 5 days to fucking get everything.
Crazy.
Michael Cimino, God. This is why the new Hollywood movement fucking got killed, because these auteur filmmakers had so much cocaine and their ego was so up their own asses. You wonder why Star Wars murdered the new Hollywood movement. God, anyway.
I'm with you 100%. I don't understand. And that's what I was trying to get at earlier.
I mean, Coppola, by this point, Coppola's a great filmmaker. I mentally prepared myself by watching The Godfather, because that's what Jared told me. Michael Cimino was inspired by The Godfather. I'm like, I'm going to watch The Godfather for the first time before I watch The Deer Hunter. But you know what? The wedding scene in The Godfather lasts for a long time. It happens for like 30 minutes. But you know what's the difference? It's good because there's stuff going on. You see Vito taking these meetings with these guys. He's loyal to him. Doing all these favors for
the
him.
wedding is can I add, the wedding scene isn't about the wedding in The Godfather. It's about learning about the dynamics of the family.
Yeah.
But I would also say that, like, I'm not going to fully, like, despite this being one of my favorite movies of all time and everything, I'm not going to, like, fully just be like, you guys are wrong and everything, because it is a very long sequence. But I do think that there is some great stuff in there of basically seeing innocence before the war, everything is happy, and then also seeing what am I trying to say, just seeing that whole sequence, and then you have like this little kind of cutaway during the whole thing of like that one guy that is returned from the war who basically is like,
that bit was like the
fuck
only
it.
bit where the guy, that's like the only bit that I
Mhm.
feel like felt important. The rest of it, not so much. I don't think so. And maybe the scene where Nick tries to propose to what's her face, to Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
But I was confused. I'm like, what are they going on? Who's dating who? Is this a? I know it was a love triangle, but what's going on here?
I think it's definitely purposefully long, not just to be extremely long or anything. Or
I beg to differ.
Godfather.
I beg to differ.
I think the length is there to just kind of celebrate the innocence before war takes their innocence, basically.
I get it, but you could say that shit in 10 minutes. You could say this shit in 10, 15 minutes.
You could.
That's my issue here. This is indulgent filmmaking. I'm sorry, it really is. But there are brilliant parts about this movie. But if you I'll say this. If you cut out about an hour of this movie, and then you put more stuff with Meryl Streep in it, focus on her character for a little bit, this movie would have been better. This movie would have been way better. Way, way better. I mean, why do we need the scene where the guy is too chicken shit about he doesn't get anything before he hunts? That scene lasts for like a good 10 minutes. Why do we need that for him to go on for 10 minutes? You could say this in 35 seconds.
Also, this is John Cazale's or Cazale. Anyway, what's his face from The Godfather? It's his final performance because he died. Well, basically after production of this, and he was dating Meryl Streep at the time. And Meryl Streep actually used all of the money that she made from this movie basically for his funeral expenses and everything. So
that's interesting. But you know, there's certain there's another scene that I feel like also is evocative. Like there's a section of scenes when they're going out hunting, although the hunting part lasts a little too long. But I'm talking about specifically when Robert De Niro shoots the deer and you see it all on camera. I swear to God, it looks like they killed the fucking deer on the camera.
It does.
And as a dog lover, it made me a little bit.
I do not think that they did. Although it is funny because 2 years later, Michael Cimino would make Heaven's Gate, in which a horse exploded.
Jesus Christ, Michael! This is how you know this guy's fucking self-indulgent. He exploded a horse. He went over budget and nearly killed United Artists. And it just, God, yeah, it's a sequel to, or it's a sequel to My Cousin Vinny with the fucking deer story. And My Cousin Vinny that Marissa Tomei says. I keep referencing that a couple of times, and then towards the end when they get back home and they're hunting again, he lets the deer go. He shoots, but he misses. I think he deliberately misses and he lets him go.
Also, I really love the score for this movie, but particularly like the main theme in particular is done by this really cool guitarist who is not John Williams.
Yeah, I was confused at the end credits. Like
John Williams.
I'm like, is this the John Williams you're talking about?
This is not the John Williams. It is just a John Williams.
There's a bunch of John Williams. Or is it just only one? I don't know. I mean, I like the score for it too. I think it's tonally it fits.
Mm-hmm.
It fits with the tone. And although I could take out all the operatic shit. I'm just like, this is not The Godfather. And by the way, for Rose, since I finally watched The Godfather, I'll say this: Godfather's a masterpiece. That movie deserved to be 3 hours because nothing in that movie could have been cut. Nothing in that, because it is well edited, well put together. You don't feel bored when you're watching it, unlike this movie.
No 3-hour movie, Avengers Endgame.
Yes, but I want to say about how my story about watching the movie. I started it Sunday late at night. I got through the first hour struggling with the wedding, and when I get to Vietnam, my internet goes kaput for the night. I'm just like, fuck, I have to finish this tomorrow night. So I went ahead and I watched it the start of the Vietnam section around 5 p.m. the next day. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so good, so good. But then when they got out of Vietnam, I struggled for the last hour. You want to know it and then I got distracted on my phone because it was boring me to tears. I was looking at an Andor interview with the cast and Tony Gilroy. It's a Rotten Tomatoes interview. I'm like, this is more entertaining than what I'm watching right now. And then I was watching other Andors because I have Andor brain right now. Again, I blew balls to everybody this week, but next week
to tell you the truth, I get distracted while watching movies all the time.
No, this is not. I usually don't get distracted when I'm watching movies specifically for the show. This is the first time where I felt like I was gonna walk out. This is the first time in a very long time where I felt like I was gonna watch. The Roommate, I gave that -1, but I got for that movie in one piece because I wrote notes down. That's what helped me get through it. But with this movie, you want to know how long it took me to finish? It started at 5. You know how long it took me to finish? 2 in the morning.
6 hours.
2 in the morning. And I started the other day, the previous day, but my internet got a complaint. And then I didn't finish it until 2 in the morning the next day. I was so tired by it. I was like, what's going on here? And then here's the thing, though. The last Russian roulette scene pulled me back in. Finally, something pulled me back in. The last, when he goes back to, Robert De Niro goes back to Vietnam to get Christopher Walken, and the last Russian roulette scene, that shit's so intense, just like the first time. And then when fucking Christopher Walken shoots his brains out, although I expected it to blow his brains out because, frankly, I figured that's where it was going. But it's still tragic. It's so sad. He just lost it in all his memory. He's just like this guy who's just so broken, and then he just doesn't care. He just blows his fucking brains out. I'm just like, that's sad.
And, earlier in the film,
oh, yeah, it was Christopher Walken after he realized he signed on to Geely.
After the first Russian roulette scene and stuff, when he's in the army hospital and stuff, and they're just asking him, what's his mother's birth?
Yeah, that's all the scene I was mentioning earlier. Yeah,
he cannot
say anything. He's like,
remember. It's so tragic.
Yeah, and then that scene is even more tragic. And then there's a scene the end of the movie. They're at the bar that they all go to, and they're having, I guess, the wake kind of thing. And then the guy, the George DeZunze character, starts humming "God Bless America," and you could have. I feel like, to me, this scene could have been easily misinterpreted. This could have been easily interpreted as they're singing that song, and yet America failed them. But I don't think that's what they were intending. What they were intending was that even though their friend is gone, they're going to move forward together. They have each other. That's what I think the ending is. Because if they cut to black right before they said, this is for, what's the Christopher Walken's character? This is for Chris or whatever.
Nick.
This is for Nick. I feel like that's where I'm like, okay, this is about them coming together. We're all going to be okay. Although you could easily misinterpret and say, oh, this is a fuck you to America. This whole scene's a fuck you to America. But I don't think Michael Cimino, I don't know what he said. Maybe Jared could clarify. But is this a fuck you to America or not?
I don't think he said too much, but the whole thing at the end with the God Bless America is... It is supposed to be more this somber thing of not a fuck you to America or anything, but our friend is gone, and it's kind of is this what we're fighting for? What are we fighting for? And I think ultimately the song leads to them hey, let's just celebrate our friend.
And I think that was a good way to end it. It took them 3 hours, but that's a good way to end it. I just wish that they developed the characters that are just meandering. If you want to be 3 hours, develop the characters, develop what they're like. They're just talking random crap for most of the first half of the movie. I was like, come on, what's with this? If you're gonna make it 3 hours, again. I hate to compare it to The Godfather, but since Michael Cimino has gone on record saying I'm inspired by The Godfather, I'm going to compare The Godfather. The characters in that movie, you feel like you saw this family transform through the decade that The Godfather takes place. It starts in the 40s, ends in the 50s. You see an evolution of the family. To me, other than Robert De Niro and Christopher Walken, does really anybody change? And of course Steven as well. There's another scene that I really like that he is in a fucking hospital and he's doing real good and he's happy for once, but then he's like, no, I don't want to get taken out. He's like, no, I'm gonna take you out of here. I'm like, no, I don't want to take you out of here. I belong here. I don't know. To me, he was happier there. That's another part that I really liked. But again, execution matters, Jared. This is where we differ. Execution matters.
And to me, it's executed perfectly. But...
And it's executed quite flawlessly. Best Picture winner. What else was nominated in 1978? I don't know. I think Soren could probably help, but I'm going to look at it anyway.
I'll look it up.
I have it. So, other nominees: Deer Hunter, Coming Home, Heaven Can Wait, Midnight Express, Unmarried Woman. I haven't seen any of these other fucking movies, but I heard Midnight Express.
I only saw Coming Home.
I heard Midnight Express is really fucking good. Ironically, written by Oliver Stone, but directed by Alan Parker.
Also, in 78 was Grease, Superman, Halloween.
Halloween, they hate horror, but like Grease, I'm surprised that Grease wasn't nominated. Grease was a fucking big movie. I like Superman though. Superman was like
Blue Collar by Paul Schrader.
I actually just rewatched Superman, so
yeah. To me, sorry, Jared, this movie is one of the most overrated things. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I am not saying that because there's good about it. There really is. There's good about it.
The Last Waltz by Martin Scorsese.
Oh, Dawn of the Dead would be my choice for Best Picture if I could get away with it, but this movie is just the pacing is horrendous. I was bored for most of it.
No,
it took me 9 hours. Well, technically, I watched the movie for an hour the previous day, so technically it took me 10 hours to finish if you want to count both days. I'm just like,
no.
This is just. I feel like if it was just
Days
2.5 hours, I would have agreed with you. But as it, and especially especially with Heaven's Gate, when you consider how Heaven's Gate turned out, no wonder his career imploded.
Wash it down.
This is why the new Hollywood movement ended. This is what people, this movie was a hit, but people went to go see Superman. That came out around the same time, December 78. That came out for Christmas. People went to go see Superman in droves. That's what people wanted to see. But to me, let's talk about the release strategy before I end this, because this is the first movie to begin with limited release in December, wide release in January or February, which is the practice I still fucking hate to this day. If you're going to put out a movie, put it out wide. Don't put it out just to secure Oscars. Put it out for people to fucking see it. It irritates the shit out of me.
Lose his shit.
Well, to be fair, they do this so that. Never mind. Go ahead.
As I mentioned, they only do this to put in Oscars. I'm like, yeah, very A24 over them. This pretty much began the fucking. I hate that strategy. I really do. I fucking hate it. Put it out wide.
You don't like it?
Yes, I hate it and I don't like it. Like New York Dark 30, as a good movie as it is, that did the same thing. New York, Los Angeles in December, wide January. And I love Zero Dark 30, but
also I'm still here from last year.
I don't even think that movie went wide. But it's an idiotic process. It's just a nitpick. It's not even about the movie, but it's just a personal issue that I have. It's still weird. And then this began the Oscar bait movie. And I think Oscar bait continues to this day. This last Oscars was a fucking train wreck. And we still got most of the movies were nominated for Oscars. Oh, you piss off. I mean, I would like to make imagine if we just did an episode, Bruno's just a movie and just go, what the fuck? 3 out of 5. This is a long way of me saying 3 out of 5. I'm sorry, Jared. 3 out of 5. What
10
about you?
out of 10 for me. This is also my dad's movie, and he showed
Oh
it.
my god, I heard your fucking dad's feelings too. God,
It's also
What a piece of shit,
this
Victor.
this is in my top 5 favorite movies of all time.
oh god, I
think
really crushed him.
yeah. But hey, you know what? You can't please everybody, and everybody has their own different taste.
Also, I learned since Deer Hunter, even though it has a high rating, it's apparently a very divisive movie. So I don't feel as bad about
Yeah,
it.
no, it is. I showed my best friend the movie, and he gave it an 8 out of 10, and he thinks it is a movie that you need to watch a second time, but even he stated like he felt that it was too long.
And also another thing that could have been done better, the depictions of the Vietnamese, the Viet Cong. Oh boy, that's pretty
Yeah,
stereotypical.
One-sided.
It's very one-sided. It is very
No,
one-sided.
it is not just very.
I think even though I hate the thin red line, that's one thing they did correctly. They showed the poor Vietnamese getting shot and getting killed, and you're seeing all these dead bodies. That's one of the only things Finn red line did better than this. But yeah, Shane, you never even talked about the movie. Did you even watch this movie?
Yes, I'm insulted that you didn't. Like, unlike y'all, well, mainly you, I could sit through a 3-hour movie.
I sit for The Godfather this week, damn it. That's 3 hours.
Bo's Afraid.
Bo's
Anyway.
Afraid. Yeah, your pretentious ass art house bullshit movie.
My point is that, like, I did see it. Like, I will agree with Victor on one thing. It is a little too long. I feel like there
a little.
I will say that there are certain scenes that go way longer than they should. I did get a feeling of Lord of the Rings: Return to King in some scenes, not in a good way, but I enjoyed it. It's not a movie that I go back to and watch a lot, also because it's 3 hours. But I would probably give it for the performances alone. I probably have to give it a 4 out of 5.
What about you, Tom? Did you already say your?
Yeah, so I go back and watch it. I think if I watched it in 1970s, I would make it a 10 out of 10. I think it showed its
For the
age.
time, it's a 10 because this
yeah.
shit was unheard of for the
But
time.
so it's hard. I feel like, to be fair, if I were to rank it based on that, which that's the fairest way to rank it, I would give it a 10. But you're asking me to rank it to nowadays, it's mid. I mean, it's not the best Vietnam.
I didn't
movie.
go so far to say mid, but okay.
I'm not gonna give a rank. I'm not gonna rate a movie that is so old that like it's.
Let's put it this way: it's
today.
like with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I respect it more than I enjoy it. Any score, you Tom? The
mid.
current?
I'm not giving it a rank because
You're
it's not fair. I'm gonna give it. If you want me to give it a rank based on when it came out, it's a 10. I'll give it a 10. But that's not indicative of today. I can't.
So if you call it mid, I guess it's a 3 out of 5, just like me.
Mid would be 5 out of 10.
That's
Or
about 3. That's
3
about
out
a
of
3.
5. Yeah.
That's about a 3. Wow, very divisive today.
Okay,
Wow.
so 3 out of 5s and 2 5 out of 5s.
Actually, no. Shane gave it a 4.
Oh.
Shane's close to mid too. Yeah. But again, if this were to come out today, it would be different to me.
But yeah.
I mean, back then, if it were to come out
okay,
back
so
then,
I figured out what the whole "God Bless America" scene means. Michael Cimino has said this. He said that the point of the ending was that song is very much a communal kind of sound, and they begin to sing the song that they all know from grade school, and it brings them together, it reunites them as a family. It becomes a family communion instead of a Last Supper. Yeah, that makes sense. Now that the ending makes sense with that knowledge. That's what Cimino said. So, yeah, that does kind of make sense. Now, hopefully, this week we'll get a better movie on the wheel because, please, preferably not a movie that's over 3 hours, please.
I will say that if it lands on one of my 3-hour movies, let's move on and do something else.
Imagine if it lands on fucking Alexander. I swear to God.
Come on, big money, big money, big money.
Oh Jesus.
No whammies.
No. What the fuck? I thought you said Jack the Ripper wasn't even on Tubi anymore.
It's
Oh.
not. Can you take it off?
I've never even heard of that movie.
Let's see if it's on a
Yeah.
streaming service.
So are we gonna spin it
Yeah,
again?
I've been meaning to tell you to just take it off.
It's only on Plex. Fuck this shit. I'm removing it. I don't have Plex. Fuck
Yeah.
it.
I've never even heard of that
Anybody
movie.
that wants to watch it and wants to celebrate good old Tony Todd,
Ah, Jesus Christ. Let's try
maybe
that
I
again.
will review it one of these days on here.
Oh my God. Dunstmania 3. That would be 3. Well, that would be 3. Yes, that would be 3, wouldn't it?
No Dunstmania. We gotta spin again. No, I'm kidding.
No, fuck you.
No, thank you. I don't roll that way.
Oh God, everybody's favorite. You
think it's
Spider-Man, bring it on down to Jumanji. Here we go.
I think it's hilarious that Tanner called Jack the Reaper.
Yeah, we can watch Jumanji. That's good to me.
Oh, that wasn't a choice. It's Dunstmania 2, 3. Of course, we're gonna fucking watch it.
Tasmania 3, can't wait to see it.
Oh, now I gotta fucking save this shit if I can. But even with that, it's funny because I feel like I'm gonna talk more about Andor in the next episode than Kirsten Dunst. And that was like my cocaine addiction last year, and now Andor's like my cocaine addiction this year. I'm just like, oh my God. I can't agree with those. Oh God. So next week, the subplot will be Jumanji, but the main plot will be the Andor season 2 review, where the blue balls will go away.
Well, I guess I can watch Andor in 4 days because 3 episodes.
Arc. The
Yep.
arc.
I
Yeah.
got arcs.
Yeah, I can't wait. This is gonna be a good one. Main plot, box. Okay, I mean, yeah, the box office is important. It's gonna be how well Mission Impossible does and how well Lilo and Stitch. Lilo and Stitch gonna make its money back. We don't even have to worry about Lilo and Stitch. We're gonna worry about Mission Impossible. We need to worry about because $400 million budget. It's fucking insane. Does this mean no? If anything, I'm putting Sephora as part of the obligation. Welcome to the Jungle doesn't fucking exist. I told you. Welcome to the Jungle and Next Level. I'm not doing it. Fuck that shit.
On there's pretty.
All right. Well,
They're bad movies. They're both bad.
I made
Sephora
an
was a better
executive
movie.
decision. We'll review it because Victor for those episodes will be gone. Anyway, welcome to Jumanji. Welcome to Jungle.
No, I have power on this show. Sephora is the true sequel. If anything, we do Sephora, but not Welcome to the Jungle.
Sephora.
Not the Next Level.
Sephora, you.
Sephora, isn't that Sephora?
Sephora.
Sephora, Thor, Dutch Angle, Kenneth Branagh, or just. Oh, okay. This has been a long one for me because wow, this is a mess. I mean, I was just like in the middle of it, and it's just this is so this feels one of the most random things I've ever done. It was funny. It's good. It's good that we made it random, but my God, my brain. And again, it doesn't help. But I'm on X and I'm looking at fucking Andor shit as we speak. I'm just like, oh come on, I want to talk about that. It reminds me, I gotta talk about that. I want somebody to talk to about this damn show. But you know what? Next week will be better, and it'll be Memorial Day weekend. I can watch the entire because I'm thinking about watching Andor again on my computer because I found an ad blocker. You block Origin. Use that shit. Use an ad blocker when you're online. God damn it. And it blocked out the ads on Disney Plus. I'm like, I'm going to watch Andor on my computer, entirely on my computer for a whole 24 hours because it's 24 episodes, 24 hours. It's like a season of 24. Anyway, that's it. We're done. Thank God I got through the Deer Hunter in one piece. Next week, Jumanji. Until then, good night. And no, I can't say may the force be with you because what the fuck is going on here?
You said you want to see a real war. This is a spiritual successor to Battlefield 1942. Look at the size of this fucking map.
Oh my
And
god.
and I'm showing, and I'm actually I got shot, but I just killed this guy. But anyway, we were defending the city. I just figured, hey, I want to see war and not have the PTSD after.
Deer Hunter 2, can't wait to see it.
Oh god, it would be better. No, we
Oh,
no,
shit.
Oh god.
no. Oh my god,
There's a
that's
leg there.
what in the freak eye? Oh god. Oh, this is the most random closing I've ever seen. This looks like almost like Counter-Strike, but in World War II. That's what it reminds me of.
The graphics are really good. I think there's a guy in this building actually.
Oh my god, how long are we gonna go through with
Oh
this?
no, it's not a bullet. Shit. Fuck. Shoot that guy.
Oh my god,
He got me. Fuck him.
That's the perfect way to end it. Next week, Jumanji, Dance Mania 3. I'll come up with a title. See you next week. Bye-bye.